Well, Sabotage to start us off this morning. Beastie Boys, I looked over and Vito is just dude bro.
Yeah.
Fucking dancing.
You have a very bro-y way of dancing.
It's a small space, so all I could really do is just rock back and forth.
Nobody believes that. I mean, if you were standing alone in the middle of the goddamn mall, you'd be dancing the same way, dude bro. Hey, it's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington. And a relative from ours from L.A. is here, Julian Bennington. How are you?
I'm well, thank you so much for having me, guys.
You look fantastic, buddy. How long has it been?
It's been years now. It's probably been like 4 or 5 years since I've seen you guys.
Crazy?
Yeah, this is insane.
You know what's really weird is like years mean nothing to me anymore. We went out to this restaurant after work yesterday. And I remember it was the first place because it was right near the old NEW. 18 years ago, me, Fez, and Jeremy Coleman went there. And I'm like, yeah, it's the same. And then I was thinking, I'm looking over at Jen. If she would have been with us, she would have been a baby.
Yeah.
I would have been bouncing her up and down.
Does she need a booster seat?
But it literally feels like 2 weeks ago to me.
Yeah.
Time is like acid. It just it means nothing. Hold on, I'm going to write that down. That's going to be the title of my book. Dude, bro, do me a favor, man. Find some Molly for me and you, okay? Look at him. Well, it's great to see you. How do you like this Christmassy, snowy
It's fucking
New York?
cold, guys.
Yeah,
this is
cold,
some
man.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's cold. But you picked a good time to be in Midtown because it seems like the crowds think it's a little too blow-uppy to be around Christmas this year.
Yeah.
It's less intense than it was like even a week ago.
Yeah, too explodey. It's too explodey in New York this year.
Let's just do our shopping here.
Yes.
I think it's what they're thinking.
Let's just shop online. It's so much easier. Do you know how to Christmas shop? Can you pull it off?
No.
No, me neither.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to give you money.
Yeah,
That's going to just throw you a 20, maybe a 40.
That's the weird thing is what we have to do with all the kids in the family now, like the little kids, because they don't. A kid doesn't want a toy or know how to play with a toy.
I've made this mistake too many times with like my cousin's kids. It's like they don't want anything that I can come up with.
Nope. They want a cell phone or a bunch of cash.
Yeah.
Or a new laptop.
Well, yeah, they
that sounds great.
First, I don't even know if they know what a laptop is, these little ones. And they already got their cell phones, so you can buy them apps. But how does that seem exciting?
It doesn't seem exciting. It doesn't.
Here's an app card. And they play free apps, don't they? Do they pay for things?
Some of them are, like most of them, I think, are free.
They're called Freemium. So the app is free, right? But when you're in the app and you're playing the game, they charge you for shit in the game.
See, this is what I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
This is something that is
So,
totally...
like, do you want like extra star points? Well, you can pay $2.99 and get this and get your star points. And then the kid's like, I think I do.
I have one app, Hangman. In my day, we played Hangman. And Battleship on paper.
Is there like a toy this year? Like, you know how every year there's like a big toy that
Teddy Ruxpin. That's the one. I'm getting everybody a Teddy Ruxpin this year. No, I don't think there is. There used to be a thing that if you didn't get this toy of the year for your child, you were a bad parent.
Yeah. Like if you didn't get them a Furby or there was like Tickle Me Elmo was one.
That was definitely one. When I was really young, it was like Cabbage Patch.
Yeah.
You had to have a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah.
Or
And then-
What are you, a loser without a Cabbage Patch
And
doll?
then
wrong
people,
with you?
yeah, they were just so disgusting to see little girls with an ugly doll, just an ugly, beat up face, like it was horrid to see. I don't think there's anything that a kid says I have to have this. I mean, I guess little girls seem they're way more fashion minded than when I was a little kid.
Yeah. That's true. So
That's for
maybe it has something to do with that, like more clothing rather than
maybe
a toy
it's like
or a doll. But
purse or something, even for a little kid.
I don't know, but it used to be every year there would be like the hot toy and it would like fly off the shelves. And how are you going to get it if you didn't pre-order it? Or
But grandparents have always been out of touch because even when I was like a little kid, they would try to give me like a wooden truck or something.
what is this?
Plastics.
Grandparents' gifts are the funniest. They're
nuts.
always funny. I remember when I was a kid, like my grandmother for Christmas would give me like usually some sort of a like lacy nightgown flannel type thing. And I lived in Florida. So I was like, it's so hot. Like there's never a situation that I could wear this.
Oh my God, my grandmother used to give me the exact same gift.
Yeah,
like
it's a grandma
very
gift.
Inappropriate for my age nightgown.
Sure.
I would
Civil War nightgown.
Yes.
Something a Southern Belle would be wearing.
You could wear this around the house while you do your chores in the morning. No, I'm a kid. I don't need this.
When you're milking the cow and getting buckets of water from the backyard. I don't know. Maybe. All right. No, Otto thinks he knows what the big toy is. Go ahead, Otto.
Yeah, I think it's called a fingerling.
Oh, these kids are not ready for that.
They are too young.
They are not.
They
ready
grew up
for-
with the
Yeah.
internet, so of course they're going to find out about it.
Yeah.
But
It's a little 5-inch monkey.
What is
It's
it?
a little monkey.
a
A
monkey.
little monkey. It holds onto your finger. It's like a little plastic monkey that
I
grips
feel like
onto you.
those things have always been around. We had them like on our pencils.
Yeah, is it like a gooey thing that's on your? Okay, so hold on. This is bigger than we had.
No.
It's like a little.
No, it's more, I think,
Oh,
articulated.
Space monkey.
Okay, so it moves around on its own. It's like a little mini monkey robot.
I kind of want one of them.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Oh my God,
I
it's
think
cute
it
as
takes
hell.
a nap. I think it takes a nap, too.
Yeah, most good toys do. Then it sleeps.
Take a nap
have a
with your
picture of it?
fingerling.
The New York Times did a big story on it over the weekend.
Fake news. Let me tell you, if I see a kid fingering this little monkey, I'm going to be really disturbed. All right, look at all the things you could do with it, though. Like you hang it off your dog, your belt loop. It's got a lot of stuff
That's
you can do.
adorable.
I mean, it is pretty cute.
I mean, you got to get them all now.
I know it comes
Yeah.
in 4 collectible colors.
Yeah.
I want every single one of them. Is there a pill that you could get a kid that he would really enjoy?
Adderall.
And I guess this still isn't the year for VR. I know every time Chris tells us VR is dead, people write in to say that he's a square, but it doesn't seem like it's at that point yet.
Everyone isn't going around buying VR helmets. It just isn't happening yet. I mean, they keep releasing new ones, like PlayStation released one to go with like the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I don't hear anyone talking about the new PlayStation game that's so great to play in VR.
I just don't want to feel that vulnerable that I'm completely cut off from intruders. I don't want to take off my fucking VR helmet and have 5 gangbangers standing there.
I don't trust that machine. I do not trust that thing. I will not put it over my eyes. They're doing things to my brain. I don't want it.
Julie, you're staying. You're staying on the left coast. You're going to live out there.
I already do.
Yeah,
I did. I've actually been pretty homesick recently.
Yeah.
Really homesick. And coming here was actually kind of like a little bit great because it's cold. And I'm like, okay, now I kind of do want to go back to LA. But I really miss New York. There's nothing like the energy here. Everyone
says that when they get here, and then eventually you just end up at Bar 9 doing shots. You know what I mean? Just like, at a certain point, you make the city as small as you possibly can.
What have I done with my life?
Josh in New Hampshire.
Benningtons, how are you?
Yeah.
So last year was that goddamn Hatchimal that I had to buy. This year is the LOL doll, the LOL surprise. And what it is, it's supposed to maximize the unboxing experience. You buy this thing, you don't even know what's in it until your kid opens it. They sell out instantly at Target and Walmart.
So,
I was lucky to get some of them just by chance, but they go instantly as soon as they get on the shelf.
this is the carniest of all carny tricks. You buy something and you don't know what's in it.
Yeah, you might as well just guess my weight. It's ridiculous.
By the way, I'm going to say 205. I feel pretty good about that. All right, so you crack this egg open, and there's a little plastic fucking cereal box toy in it.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What a waste of money.
And it says it's like a cartoon on it. It says "unbox me," like it is a fucking YouTube.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's the phrase that they use.
By the way, this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yes,
YouTube
it's like
says unbox me.
Yeah, so it's like there's channels where people will be like, okay, I'm doing an unboxing today, and it's like, you know, if they are makeup YouTube or something like that, it'll be like they get sent all this stuff, or if they review clothing or something like that.
It's used for makeup, it's used for clothing, and it's used for electronics.
Who's sending it to them?
At first these people will just buy things, but then when their YouTube video gets popular, the companies send them things to use as marketing as an ad.
There was this little kid, and he plays with toys, and his parents have had him play with toys from like 3 years old to now he's 9, and he'll play whatever the new toy is. No one knows how he's going to react. This kid made $6 million last year.
Yeah,
6 fucking mil.
Holy
playing
shit!
with toys.
Send me some fucking toys.
I know.
I play the shit out of a toy.
I played with toys as a kid.
Yeah, I know, but I was too dumb to fucking put a camera on you. I just read that the other day. I don't like. This is the thing with me and YouTube. I'm going to go and check out bands. I'm not going to see someone do something.
Yeah. That's really weird. But yeah.
I have actually repaired a lot of things because of YouTube.
You know, that's a good call.
Yeah.
And that's the only, but I don't go there for fun to watch it. I'll be like, how do you put in a fucking door jam?
Right. Or sometimes, like, if you're looking up a recipe for something and then it links you to somebody's YouTube channel and you're like, well, now I can see it.
Yeah.
So that can be good.
When I first started with Blue Apron, I would put in, like, how do you dice? What's dice mean? And, like, you'll have some, like, I don't give a shit if it's frying an egg. Somebody will teach you how to fry. There's no excuse anymore to Chris.
Yeah.
There's no excuse to Chris living his life. For 4 years, he had a broken window.
It's open. It's cold. Let's get him a blanket.
So this is, what was it called? LOL?
LOL dolls. LOL surprise doll. And it's just like shitty little dolls. Just the kids just don't know what's in them.
I used to have some outside of the U.S., they sell this thing called a Kinder Egg.
Yeah, that's
very
what it
similar.
yeah,
and that doesn't even have chocolate in it.
Yeah.
So this is bullshit.
Yeah, Kinder Egg is kind of like you get a surprise toy, but you're also getting it for the chocolate.
Yeah. It's a
just same concept as like
Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, or like a cereal toy.
Cracker Jacks ran this gimmick in 1890. And they had stuff the kids could swallow and die. Hey, Salon, you're on.
Stolen from Vancouver. Hey, Bennington, thanks for having me on. I just want to let you know that you make my 2-hour drive into the city bearable every morning. Anyways, through the eyes of a teenager, I actually just got my daughter's Christmas wish list, and virtual reality seems to be what a lot of kids are asking for.
Yeah.
And everything to do with apps. I bought her a phone last year, and now she wants subscriptions to music services, apps. But most apps, as Chris or Vito was mentioning, are free. I'm actually the owner of a mobile game studio, and we make freemium apps. So we monetize off free apps.
Freemium.
Freemium is the term, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
that's
kids can
actually our
cheat at the
business.
game.
Yeah, if you have cash, you can just buy your way to getting great scores.
Wow, okay. That's how Barron Trump is doing.
Some expert.
We actually spend time figuring out the psychological factors that make people want to tap their phone 1,000 times a day, and that's how we figure out when they want to buy the gems from us in game.
God, it's like talking to a dealer. You know what I mean? Like, hey, the guy who thought of like, hey, dudes, what if we just fucking turn this Coke into little rocks? It's cheaper, but we'll sell a lot more. I mean, no one ever brings up who that dude was. You know, because if you were going to have a base party, right, it was expensive. It was very fucking expensive to smoke Coke.
You just smoke, the straight Coke.
And you're just like, somebody figured out how you can live like a baller. And then this is the beauty of that product. People are back every 5 minutes until they die.
Needs more rock.
Yeah. When Jen met you, Julian, did she give you the stink eye? Like she's like, I'm the one.
Beautiful.
I'm the one who's the exotic looking one around here.
Well, she just reminded me actually because she asked me how long I've been listening to you guys, and I think it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
And
That
she's like,
happens.
I've only been here 1 year. I'm like, that's so adorable.
Yeah, she is. She's so sweet, and I always feel for her because we're like,
She's with these two guys all the time?
yeah, she's with
Yeah.
them all the time. They smell and they act horrible. But then we're always bringing up topics that she wasn't born for, or doesn't care about. Like Chris said in a thing from Vulture today, which was counting down every U2 song that's ever been done.
Yeah.
And like I immediately went, what's that going to mean to Jen? That doesn't mean a damn thing to her. By the way, like any list, it was nice because I ended up hating it.
Yeah, that's the best kind of list, the one that you hate.
Well, it's every list. I hate every list.
Like, has there ever been a list you've been satisfied with? No.
No. You could say ranking the numbers 1 and 2, and I'd still be like fucking furious.
Because a band as popular as U2, you think there's so many fans that the people who want to make the list would have sort of the same thoughts on it.
That's not true of any band. But it's also, U2 is a band, there's never been a more popular band that you have to end up defending with people.
Right.
And the Beatles somewhat are there.
But they're really overrated.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we get that they're an incredibly popular band, but it doesn't mean that they stink because everyone likes them.
Right.
And I remember when it was a very hip band in the 80s, like that climb from the early 80s up until whatever that was, like 87 with Joshua Tree. And then immediately there was,
Did the real backlash start like in the the late 90s when people just started attacking Bono?
Earlier than that. When they did their live movie thing, and it was so fucking Spinal Tap, but it was because everything they did seemed pretentious, and then they got afraid of the Jesus stuff. They came back with that disco tech or whatever they were calling it, the Pop Mart tour.
I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember that.
But I think two of my favorite songs on there. Well, just give us the top 5.
Top 5. 5, Sunday Bloody Sunday.
It's a great fucking song.
Sure.
4, I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Okay, great song.
3, Bad.
That's a great song.
2, I Will Follow.
Love.
It's hard not to believe that that's number 1.
And
Yeah.
number 1, Where the Streets Have No Name.
No,
I would have
think
flipped
so.
those.
I would
Yeah.
not only would I have flipped, but there's got to be.
I have something that I feel like should have made top 5.
Yeah.
It's my personal, maybe even my number 1
Yeah.
is All I Want Is You. I feel
It's a
deserves.
great song. Where's that at? See, here's the thing for me. 2 of my favorite songs, Red Hill Mining Town and Two Hearts Beat at One, are like in the 90s. Like they're very
Really?
close to each other in the 90s. So it gave me a good sense of rage against Vulture.
All I Want Is You is 9th.
Should be.
I mean, if anything's top 10, it's
Okay,
pretty
I'm
good.
fine with it
You know
then.
what I mean? If your songs are in the top 10, but it's fucking impossible. Like, I'll see like a Beatles list like this, and I'm like, how could Hello Goodbye be from? What are you doing, Ron? What are you fucking doing? It's one dude made this up. This is a card trip game.
I can't believe Elevation's 33rd.
That's one of your favorites?
Yeah, it is. I really like Elevation.
What about you, Vito?
I really like Angel of Harlem.
That's a great song.
It is a really
That's
good
gotta be a top
song.
10
And like,
song.
do you remember when it was in the inauguration and it was like just fucking, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. We believed back then, remember? We're like, oh my God, our kids won't grow up with racism. Fucking a couple of years later, there's guys with torches.
Angel of Harlem 17th.
Sorry, Vito.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Not even
for you.
top 15.
Piece of shit.
Where's New Year's Day? I feel like that should be like top.
But that's one of those songs that annoys people, though, because it gets played every New Year's.
I know, but it is a good song.
But it's a song that you hear when you're hungover. It annoys.
31st.
Sorry, Gail.
Should be
Julian,
higher.
what about for you? What do you have? Just say it if you hate them. It's okay if you hate them.
It's not that I hate them.
Yeah.
I do appreciate them. They have a place in our world.
Yeah.
But I just can't. I don't connect with it. It's just like you connect with something or you don't. I do
agree
connect
100%.
with. I actually do like Bono.
Yeah.
I do think what he does is great. I think all of he's making an effort, as an
Right.
artist. And as a band, they still tour and they rip it. So
Yeah,
that's great.
they-
But I'm not too familiar.
Yeah. When they played all 50 states and it was just that state. They put up a fence around the state. They played in the middle of it. You had to buy tickets to go in. I had terrible seats for Montana. Oh my God, was I falling? Some people just fly a helicopter over and watch them. Yeah, they are a band that, I've had to defend The Who many times because people are embarrassed of The Who.
Sick of.
They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed that someone likes that.
Too many people like something, and then people like that scale always tends to
Look,
tip.
I'm always harder on Led Zeppelin than maybe any other band because they're, everyone who likes them and thinks that they're the only band in the world disgusts me.
Every teenager with a dirt stash. I just discovered.
You got to defend fucking Grateful Dead all the time with people. You're like, yeah, I know what you're saying, but listen to the fucking music. There's great music there.
There is great music.
Oh, I don't want to sit there.
Well, that's another thing is what happens is people immediately start judging a band when they get to be too big by their fans, not by the band. So people think that they dislike Deadhead, so they don't like the Grateful Dead.
Right. But Deadheads are kind of fun to hang out with. I know a lot of Deadheads. They're people that like to get high. What can I fucking tell you?
They like nitrous. So?
Just one of the drugs they like. Just one of the. I don't ever even hear them badmouthing any drug. No. They're very inclusive. Very woke when it comes to drugs. Well, Vito's favorite band, Bruce Springsteen, and his E Street Warriors.
Yeah, those fans, they get pretty intense. And
they're the exact opposite of intense.
I just mean when they talk about shows they've been to, they get really intense about bragging about how many.
Nerdy is the word that you're looking for. Anyone who numbers their shows is a nerd. But here's the thing about Bruce. He's outspoken like Bono, and then you'll find out that a lot of his fans do not agree at all with him politically.
Yeah, that is very strange.
It's fucking crazy.
It's very prominent in his lyrics.
Yeah, and I don't think that's true of you too. I think that their hardcore fans tend to, believe. And then a lot of people have a problem with the Edge because he's always just fucking doing shit with pedals. And they're like, that's not even playing a guitar. I go, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Still.
I don't understand. I don't know what any version is of playing guitar. I'm just listening to it.
It sounds good.
You know what? I'm going to judge the Beyonce fans too. I
judge the Beyonce fans.
Yeah.
No offense. I know you love her. I do judge the Beyonce fans.
I do.
They're submissives.
Why are they submissive?
Because they act like everything revolves around him.
Oh.
It's almost like liking a Kardashian.
I see. You don't like the Queen Bey
No,
stuff.
she's not a fucking queen. She's not a queen at all.
I mean, that's taking it a little far.
I see her fans the same way Oprah's fans are.
Right.
There's no difference to me, personality-wise, between Beyonce. And they're giving Oprah another award, and she doesn't even work anymore. I think
Just being Oprah.
Either SAG or Golden Globes, whoever is announcing one of their things, she's barely in movies.
What was her last movie?
I think it was Colored Purple.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
She has a
I had to fight everyone in my life. Hey, Rosa in California.
Yeah.
Rosa, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to the band. They quit while they were still really, really good.
Well,
and
one of them did.
So missed.
Yeah.
Pardon?
One of them quit, and the rest of them kept right on touring in smaller and smaller venues.
Robbie Robertson did some great stuff. But as far as being a band that toured together, I saw them at Winterland for the Last Waltz. I was really lucky, but I didn't.
Hold on, you were at the Last Waltz, Rosa?
Sorry?
You were at the Last Waltz?
I was.
Wow. Do you ever see yourself on the film?
Sorry?
Do you ever see yourself on the film?
No. No. I don't even know where I was. I was pretty high, but it was, it was an amazing show. And,
doesn't sound like it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, no, the band sounds great, but I don't know if you were there, if you were just like, I got high instead of enjoyed this amazing.
I was there. I don't remember exactly where I was. I was on the floor in the middle. And, it was the times. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was the times.
All right, darling. Thanks.
Thanks.
Take care. Matt, what's up?
Yeah, man. I'm a Gen Xer. Been a big Pearl Jam fan, since the beginning. But as I've gotten older, I'm in my 40s now. I can't stand to hear Eddie Vedder rant about anything politically. And there's a whole big faction of fans like that. So we just kind of roll our eyes and suck it up, maybe go get a beer whenever he starts ranting during a show.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself a fan if I was a show.
No.
You know what I mean? That would be like me going to Steve Bannon's show. You're like, here he goes again. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine that Steve Bannon would put out an album that I would like.
Fans.
What's that?
It's just like the Springsteen fans. We've been there for so long, and there's such an emotional connection to those songs from when we were teenagers.
Yeah, I don't think you are connected to the songs.
Yeah, because I feel like his politics and his like
From day one.
who he was always a part of that
from
band.
day one.
Yeah.
You know what? You've convinced me. I hate those guys.
All right.
No? Okay.
Find a new band.
Cool.
I think there's a Tabernacle Choir in Utah that you may enjoy. No, I'm always surprised when you find out people have paid zero attention to lyrics. You know, like Wall Street guys who like Tupac. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? What are you doing? Paul Ryan was saying he was the biggest Rage Against the Machine fan.
What the fuck?
I swear to you.
You are the machine, bro.
Yeah. Not only
You chose the machine.
Yeah, you surrendered into the machine and then rose into the ranks. He's like, these guys are amazing.
I mean, he just forgot the rage part.
Here's the thing.
I think essential part.
I just want to peep Tom Morello's mind, being like, "What the? What?
Oh,
Stop listening to my music." Would probably be the response.
Thomas said it, but a lot of guys think of it as workout music. Yeah,
Get
you're my
swole.
fucking core. Hey Jay in Chicago, Jay.
Yo, what's up, Bennington?
Hey man.
So, you guys were talking about the mystery boxes and videos and stuff. There's a trend going on, or has been going on. You can go on eBay and buy a mystery box. These boxes range from, say, $15 to $8,000. And you have no idea what's going to be in the box. It shows up to your house. It could just be random shit. Here's this broken lamp. One guy got a Rolex, and it's a crazy thing that's going on YouTube. Got a bunch of guys that are just buying like a really cheap one and then a really expensive one and comparing the two.
I'm gonna buy an $8,000 box and just see what happens.
You know, roll the dice. See what
Yeah, man.
happens.
I don't know how to shop for myself.
It's exciting. I can see why people like this.
You know, it's funny. I know a woman who was like trying to pitch me on this thing where it was like not quite the same idea, but it's like this really expensive candle. And then you melt the candle, and then at the bottom, there's a piece of jewelry. And sometimes it's like nice costume jewelry, but like once in a while, you could get like a ridiculously expensive piece of jewelry, like a really expensive ring.
I don't know what's wrong with people.
I'm like,
I don't know. I would rather do a thing called try this pill. And it's a generic pill.
You don't know if it's up, you don't know if it's down.
You don't know whether you're doing heroin, whether you're fucking doing meth.
I'll do that.
And like all of us will take a different pill and we'll all be in a different drug. One of us is speeding, the other person's tripping.
I want mystery pill.
Mystery pill.
Are you ready for your mystery pill? This is difficult for me because I'm in NA, but I still want to be part of this.
Sometimes they're a dud.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nothing.
Oh,
it's
man,
like once
it's
in a
a
while.
sugar cube. I think I got a fucking M&M. I would take all 6 of them and just see what happens. That could be our new game show. We just call it Let's See What Happens. And we give everybody out a mystery pill. And then the judges have to guess which pill they think that person got.
Great. I will watch that.
Wink, he seems kind of speedy. But at the same time, and I see that he's kind of cotton-mouthed. I'm going to go with old-fashioned truckers or a Christmas tree. Lois wants to correct this. Lois, thank God for you.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I don't know what I do.
Yeah, Oprah Winfrey, she has a new movie coming out, and I think this is like her first sci-fi movie. This movie looks absolutely crazy. She's dressed in all these crazy outfits.
Oh, wait, I actually did see the trailer for this. Yes, he's absolutely right.
We're going to space!
You go to space. You go to space. You go to space. Everybody goes to space.
Yeah, I got the Chris age. They have it's called A Wrinkle in Time. Look up that trailer. You got to see it.
First of all, Oprah time traveling? If I was her, I'd go back to 84. What's this about, Chris? Do you even know?
If it's A Wrinkle in Time, it might be like based off the old sci-fi story.
It's a like a, I don't know, like if you'd say children's book, but it's like a young adult book.
Yeah.
Where they go back in time, they screw something up, they step on something.
This is every fucking time movie there is.
Exactly, yeah. But this is like the first story I think was written like that. And they go back to the present day and everything's different.
Really? I'm going to have to call H.G. Wells and let him know that the first time story came out 70 years after he wrote his book. Vito, what are you doing over there? You're wrestling with a console.
He just said something to me, like he tried to say something to us, and everyone was talking over him, and I had to go, your mic isn't on.
Look how he's freaking out. You can't physically fix things by just...
God damn you!
Because people come in here and then they don't fix when
It's on now.
twirl the thing, so then it's like too tight and it gets unhooked if you move the mic.
What people? How many people are over there?
Well, like people come into the studio like after we use it or after Jim and Sam use it and everything.
Is this true, Chris?
I know occasionally people use it, but I don't know if anyone was using it right before us, especially the booth. I think he's just a big gorilla and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, your mic's up.
He's screaming. He's screaming.
That actually was really funny. He's like, dude, you can't see anything he's saying.
Do not mime scream at Chris Stanley. Chris, you just got mimed.
His head was going back like Steve Austin, but you couldn't see what he was saying. No.
You got it fixed yet, Bronny?
Yeah, we're good now. And I was just trying to say the same thing happened to Chris a week ago, so I don't know why he's acting so high and mighty about it.
Ron, that never happened to me.
Yes, it did. Your mic.
You are acting high and mighty.
You are acting both high and mighty.
He's trying to gaslight all of us is what's happening right now.
Just you.
Yesterday was the big show where you get to co-host and come in and sit in with us, which would be a dream for anyone. What was the price tag that eventually went for, Chris?
$11,500.
Shit.
So,
I love it.
Yeah.
All for Why Hunger, which is so awesome.
Yeah,
it's really exciting.
It's incredible.
And it's weird to be promoting Why Hunger when I'm really trying not to eat that much and I'm trying to keep an eye on things before the real holiday kicks in. But we got to make sure this dude has a great day.
I know. I mean, the pressure is on.
Yeah.
That's really, really phenomenal.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do that day. I think that could be the day Chris comes in naked.
That's what this man
Gotta
wants.
give him something good.
You know what we're going to do? Throw darts at Chris.
Oh, that's good.
That's what this guy gets?
Yeah. You ever been hit with a dart before?
No, I have not.
Could be a fun show for you.
It sounds like it would hurt.
Vito, would you do it?
Come in naked?
No, let us throw darts at you.
Oh yeah, throw darts, no problem.
Wow, I never thought that you would be a better producer than Chris.
I never said no. I just asked if it would hurt.
Let's get some darts right now. Let's
Him responding to you that way. Actually, Ron,
He gets sassy.
He is.
He gets very sassy.
sassy pants over there. You better take some of that sass out of those pants.
Chris and Vito, we went out for lunch yesterday. Who do you think ate more?
Man,
It's pretty close.
Chris.
I don't know. Vito had a giant plate of
did.
chicken parm, 2 pizzas, and apps before that, and then a childishly big frozen chocolate ice cream ball.
It was a fucking giant ice cream ball with some sort of like cherry in the middle, which was nice to
It
find.
was really funny that the rest of the table like split a dessert in a dainty way, and the two of them had matching giant chocolate snowballs and matching cappuccinos.
And I
was like,
reached over for cannolis.
yeah, they're like, take half of that cannoli if
And
there's some left over.
So childish that he kept mumbling at the waiter, and I had to say, would you please answer the man?
Yes. There was a conversation where I had to say, we look at him in the eyes and order.
Yeah.
It's the best way to do it. Like when you're telling kids.
Oh my God.
Give me a chocolate ball, please.
I just want a chocolate ball and cappuccino. I thought the first time I said
Here's the funny thing. So the waiter brings over the sample tray of desserts, but it's like a handheld, not a cart.
Yeah.
And so he goes like, all right, so we have these cannolis and we have this like chocolate ball thing. And Chris goes, I'll take that, and tries to reach for the sample. And like,
right here, buddy, right here.
It's plastic, Chris.
I didn't realize that at the time.
Why have you never been out to a fucking restaurant?
I mean, to be like,
I've been to
dude,
restaurants.
what
of
are you
course I
doing?
have.
What are you doing?
He tried to take the sample dessert.
They're not just gambling on you taking the dessert.
We made
Oh, please. What does he know? What does he know?
I'm so glad his mic is plugged in again.
You got a bit of negativity.
We can barely get a mic.
That's worth 11,000 right there.
I'm surprised. I'm really shocked. It's like you don't leave your house. You just come here and then go home.
Man.
It happens many days.
I think a lot of times they just see him sleeping.
Nick DiPaolo found me when he was sleeping once.
That's really funny.
I know.
I know, and I apologize to him.
And you know what? I was surprised how embarrassed I felt.
I was
I
very
felt embarrassed for our show.
Yeah.
That we would allow our producers to sleep on this couch that is for everyone to use.
This is the difference.
This is not big enough for him to sleep on.
Well, like
Nothing is. But this is the difference between me and Nick is I never would wake someone up and get the fuck out. I would do the show saying, I can't tell you the size of the man sleeping next to me right now.
As you tweeted out pictures of him sleeping. I can't tell you the size of the man.
When we were doing NEW, Stalker Patty was homeless for a little while, and she was sleeping under the stairs there. And like we would get off, we were doing late nights, and we would be talking like this, like, "Oh, that was a pretty good show." Like we were walking through Patty's fucking bedroom at night, you know, like we were staying at her place. And there were some guys they were going, I will not fucking be quiet. It's a place to work. I go, shut up, please.
She's like,
I don't want her awake. She'll be up all night, and I don't know how she's gonna do. Adorable,
sweet Patty.
Hey, Dominic, Nebraska. Dominic, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Ron and Fez?
Hey,
my kids, they got these hatchables, and Chris is kind of right with that. It's this egg, and you got to rub it. You got to just rub the hell out of it, and then a monster pops out. That's what. They got little ones that are.
It sounds too much like masturbation to me.
I have heard of these, and I thought maybe they were the hot toy right now. I heard a couple references to it.
You can't buy them right now.
Well, then they're not going very well if you can't buy them.
Yeah, they've got big ones, little ones. They were like 2
Give me a
feet
big
tall.
one.
Like
They're the
2
same
feet
price.
tall.
Give me the biggest one you got.
I want a giant fucking hatchable.
Why don't you just try to eat it right off the tray?
Basically ate one, yeah.
What?
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
I really thought that guy just brought over cold desserts off that fucking tray. It was very surprising because he came out of nowhere. I was taken aback.
This is what happens with this is how servers.
I know he came from the kitchen, right? But in the sense of like he just kind of like silently came up to the table. So I was like, whoa.
What do you want to hear? A guy yelling?
They need a bell once they come to the table.
Yelling the whole time.
What?
He caught you in a dirty lie.
I heard him from another table, and I pointed out, he's saying the same thing to them. So he was yelling the entire time he was at the restaurant.
By the way, guys, tomorrow I give out the Producer of the Year award. So
please,
I don't like to see things going so sloppy here the last day.
It's gonna tighten up. Don't worry.
You know, I like that instead of thinking like, have I done enough to win the producer? Instead, he's just like, cross my fingers, lucky day, please.
Everything is luck.
Give me that Producer of the Year award.
Hey, you want me to come in on Saturday and cut a special thing for you, right?
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
I ain't doing it. I am not doing it.
We have to do it.
I called my agent.
Oh, fuck.
And I said, do I have my vacation time or not?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. And I go, Chris has a special deal, and he wants me to come in and do it for him. He goes like this. Then Chris is fucked.
That was his exact words. That's not good for me.
That's how your agent talks?
Yeah.
Then Chris is fucked. I got your contract right here. That dude's fucked.
My agent is kind of a spoiled child. He's just a spoiled little child. That dude is fucked. He's also from the 90s. You okay, Chris?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That was a really flimmy laugh.
It won't go away, the phlegm.
Oh, boy.
I think I know what it might be.
What?
The chain smoking and maybe like excessive drinking, hanging out outside in the cold for an hour, smoking cigarettes one after another. That might be it. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Those things feel good.
I'm sure they do. Just as good as that phlegm in your throat, huh?
No. Julian, you're a beautiful woman. Why do beautiful women like Chris Stanley so
Well,
much?
you know
They
what?
do.
I actually do have to say Chris Stanley is very charming.
Yeah.
He is very
People
charming.
say that.
I hear this so
And
much,
he
and I
acts
know
like an animal.
Here's the
He is
thing.
an animal.
I know him
Thank you.
personally.
Yeah.
So I want to know, and I've heard this so many times. I mean, even Jen defended him this way. I don't understand what anyone's talking about.
I know.
I really don't.
Maybe
he
it's
is
correct.
like, and I'm saying this because you're my friend, Chris, and I love you. But your manners, I mean,
Yeah. I think I've
the
heard.
way
But
you
can we
curse
agree?
in front of elderly women in elevators.
I've never heard the F-bomb before.
Could we agree that he has charisma?
Yeah.
He's charismatic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, define.
If I had to pick a movie character he reminds me of, if that's what you want,
Okay.
that's Conrad Birdie right there, my friend.
Conrad Birdie.
You gotta be sincere. You gotta be sincere. You gotta feel it here. There are stakes.
Some just right for cooking.
That's Chris Stanley.
That is true. You are. All right, I'm leaning towards.
See? These things make sense sometimes.
Why can't you just go around here with that gold jumper?
I'll pick one up. I'll expense it.
I think at least for me, another thing that if I would ever consider dating Chris Stanley. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck,
This went
Julie?
far.
I'm sorry. I just know so much about your habits
Yeah.
that I can't imagine going into your house. But anyway,
So there's a window
your
that's
eyes are
cracked
beautiful.
open.
Your eyes are very beautiful.
I'll give you that.
Eyes.
He does have very pretty eyes.
Okay, they are. They're in-
Don't look angry when you do it.
Enchanting.
Soften the eyes.
It's
Let
the
them
charm,
open. I will agree. You do have nice eyes.
You know
Very
what?
pretty eyes.
I'll say this. This is why you think he has eyes. His eyelids are on the bottom. Like an alien life form. Like they got everything right.
They close up. They close up.
It's time for me to get some shut up. All right, so yeah.
His eyes are very beautiful.
And what else?
And then I also think, I don't know, he has that orphan thing going for him.
Oh,
so you
yeah,
can
yeah,
you
yeah.
can you can just have him.
Yeah.
You know, when you
Like-
date him.
Right. You don't have to
Yes,
think about
that's
it.
great.
There's nothing else. Yeah.
That's true. That is nice.
I would have loved to just date people with no parents, but what I normally do is act like, no, I don't want to meet my parents. I don't want to fucking be judged by strangers that know you.
Don't know me.
I want the best for you.
Yeah. Can't deal with that. All right, the
Stupid
orphan
friendship.
thing works. You know? Like Chris would have been an Indian scout at some fucking point in the past, you know, because he's got nothing to care about.
Yeah, that's
just have to
cool.
worry about the mission, right? And just have to worry about anything
All right,
else.
stop trying to make
I'm
sense.
trying to
out of
jump
it.
into this, you know, Ron?
I
No.
mean, I guess like the charming thing is like we are like he says stuff and then we laugh. Like that is charming.
That's that? Have you ever been a time that you made a joke? Think of all of your biggest laughs. Was it one of them intentional?
I'm sure they've happened.
Can I tell you, the fucking time that Chris made me laugh the most is that when you fell in front of the audience,
Oh,
blew out your
God.
fucking knee,
Oh, Jesus.
and
That
then
was
started
terrible.
hobbling.
Yeah, I was taking an audience into a studio for David Cross Unmasked, and there used to be giant speakers out in the hallway, and they had it was like a tripod type setup, and then I fucking just caught my leg and my ankle fell right in my ass. Had to get back up and say, "Follow me, everyone." To be seen, as I fucking hobble.
Dragging his leg behind him.
The bum leg.
Good. That ended up needing an operation, right? It was so bad.
That's what eventually what led to the whole leg getting fucking redone.
Redone.
He's had elbows.
I know.
Shoulder.
Shoulder and knees that give out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Donna. Donna, what's up?
Hey, I'm just thinking about the time you guys were talking about Chris. And wasn't he talking about something like sky ankles? Remember that?
Sky ankles?
It sounds like a Chris thing, though.
I could see myself saying
Remember,
sky ankles.
like he said, like, I forget it was like the sky, like always like the same level as your ankles or something. And I was in that day. I just remember thinking he had skankles.
Yeah, he's got skankles. He's got skankles. That's when Chris tried to tell us that the sky started at the ground.
That was me.
It might as well because there's no difference.
There's plenty of difference between
except
me
for
and
women
Vito.
don't like Vito.
No, they hate him.
And Vito would make a great boyfriend, and I'm sure Chris is a terrible boyfriend.
Yeah, that's the
try,
strange
Ron.
thing. Is Vito's
No,
very
you don't
charming and
try.
friendly.
Yeah.
I guess it's just that my mom's alive.
That's for now. Here's somebody who would know one way or another what's up with Chris, and she likes sausages. And
True.
she's so excited about John Belushi and Bill Murray. It's Janice from Chicago.
Hi, Bennington.
Hey, how are you, honey? Long time. Good to hear from you.
I don't mean to pile on to Chris.
No, what? Pile on. It's fine.
Doesn't he have back problems and sleeps on a mattress on the floor?
What's wrong with sleeping on a mattress? It's better than a futon.
No, here's the thing. The reason why he puts a mattress on the floor is he's too cheap to get a fucking frame for that.
I mean, like the fucking run.
He thinks it's spending beer money every time he spends money.
Have you seen the prices for these fucking bed frames? It's unbelievable. No, exactly. It's fucking upwards of $200, Ron. I don't fucking have that kind of cash to throw around when a fucking floor is fine as a box spring.
Can't even imagine.
No one can imagine.
How do you get up refreshed in the morning?
Very much so. I still have my pants on from the night before. Don't have to get dressed.
One time I was over at Chris's house and there was just this big ball of dirty clothes on the floor, and then I'm like, wait, that's not dirty clothes, that's Chris. He's taking it out. We got Brian Doyle Murray over here tonight. In Chicago, deep dish pizza with sausages on it. A real Chicago dog.
Hey, Ronnie, when Jimmy Mack was hurt a lot in '85 and Steve Fuller got us through to the Super Bowl, so don't despair yet.
You know what? Your team was better. I'm going to be totally honest. That team probably could have won with me. Fucking I'd be like, I'm going to give the ball to Walter Payton.
I know the Black and Blues Brothers was a riot.
No, they were unbelievable. They were unbelievable. And they were out there every week. It's Soldier Field. Everybody's having a big deep dish pizza. Belushi was there. David Mamet had written a play about it. It's Chicago all the way. Dick, he was down there. All right, baby. I'll
Mike
talk to you soon.
Won a lot of money that year because anybody we'd beat the next week, he'd bet against them.
Because they were beat up.
So beat up, yeah.
Of course. That was a badass team. All right, talk to you later, honey.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Thanks.
Bye. Hey, Jill, what's up?
Julie, I love you. I miss you so much.
I miss you too.
Come back to New York.
I miss you too. Oh my God. We haven't spoken in a long time. I feel like this is a very personal phone call right now.
You guys don't talk to each other in real life?
We haven't seen each other since I left, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I know. And I need to get out to LA so badly. And it's one of those things where we're like, yeah, we'll figure out a good podcast to go to or something, and then it never, because I'm terrible at planning.
Well, I have to come home more, and I definitely have to see you more.
I really thought, Julian, that maybe there was some reason you had to get out of town the way you did, because you were off to Brazil and then LA and never
I
came
got
back.
out of Dodge. Like,
Did
I really
something happen?
You're on the run from Johnny Long. That's what it was.
They ain't no trip to Cleveland.
I just had to get out of here. I felt very overwhelmed at one point.
Was it a fellow?
No, not really. It was just I've never lived anywhere else.
Yeah.
I've never had an experience where I got to live on my own somewhere else. Even when I lived here, I lived in my family's house because it was way more cost effective than getting my own place. So I ended up just giving up on that. And I'm like, I'm going to try to do something different and live somewhere different. And it's just a nomadic thing that I have. I like to move and travel. And
do you live with a guy now?
I do. I live with my boyfriend now.
No.
Which is great.
He's in the business, right?
He's in the business.
When I say the business, I am talking about the industry.
The show.
All right. Big show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bright lights, big show. Chris, you know what it's like.
I got it.
You did
You're
that
in.
dance thing on Thanksgiving. Everybody went crazy.
That was very big. That was very big.
My moves were amazing.
How long are you hanging around?
I'm here until Saturday. I couldn't stay that long. First of all, it's Christmas time. Well, okay, so originally I'm here because my boyfriend got hired for a production.
Oh.
And he was working in near where you hail from.
Is that
actually?
right?
Yeah. I can't talk very much about it because I signed an NDA, but so he hired me to help out with production. So I've been doing that. I've entered the gig economy. So yeah,
good.
I'm freelancing and doing stuff like that. So it's so much better, and I feel so much more alleviated not having to have the corporate life anymore.
Are you allowed to say what your job on the set is?
Yeah, I usually do. Well, for this one, I was hired for a trifecta of things. So I was a wardrobe assistant for a friend because I know a lot about fashion and stuff. So
Now, were you on the Desi's or Lucy's side of it?
I'm always on the Lucy side of things.
Okay, good.
And then I also was doing craft services, and I helped out getting food. And then also I was just doing PA stuff, production.
Are you telling us that we could stop by a craft service table if you're there and get ourselves one of those big bananas? I say.
I love.
I've seen people snatch on the street.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way,
There's a production happening right now
Yeah.
up here, and I saw the crafty guy just kind of like really standing there.
I know. I would see somebody go by and grab an apple or a banana. It fucking cracks me up. I go, these things aren't expensive that you're snatching.
But that does happen quite frequently.
You know what's funny though? There's like bigger TV. The TV shoots have bigger things than movie shoots.
Oh yeah, their sets are huge. I mean, their shoots, like the amount of crew that they have, just sprawling.
Have you started on Mrs. Maisel yet?
I haven't started yet.
All I do is sit around going, what did they pay to turn? It's on Amazon, and they're turning Washington Square Park in the 1940s. I'm like, what does that cost?
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Yeah, I think there are a lot of TV shows that regularly shoot in Brooklyn, but in my neighborhood, like Mr. Robot will shoot a lot, and it's just sprawling. It just takes up
blocks and blocks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then you'll see Woody Allen, and he's just standing there with two other people in the cold. I guess we got the shot we want.
Yeah.
All right, Jill. Good to talk to you, honey.
I miss you so much.
Bye, guys. Talk to you soon.
All right, we're all heading to LA to see Jill and get on the craft service table out there. Do they do much shooting in LA anymore?
All the time. Actually, the last in Echo Park specifically, the last thing that I saw shoot that I actually paid attention to, because you just ignore it after a while because it does happen everywhere. But it was Snowfall shot all pretty much in Echo Park. Because they were there for like a month, and those cars were there for a month. Everybody was dressed in the 70s garb, like walking around Sunset. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then you see the trucks, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. But my street is always packed, and it's because I live in sort of like a historical part of LA, so the houses are older, so they'll come and shoot at those houses.
So. You make some real cash, right? They want to shoot your house.
Yeah, a lot of money. Yeah, there was an experience where we had to rent somebody's house, and it ended up kind of being a disaster, and we had to pay them twice. So we had to pay, I think it was something like 10 grand for the day. And then they forgot to cover their driveway with something for the vans for all the equipment. And their driveway got dirty. So we had to pay an extra $1,000 to get the driveway clean.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell what, give me $1,000. I'll leave the driveway just like it is. That's why I will make a little extra cash for myself.
But yeah, people do that all the time. It's a really big thing. But then other, people do it, and then they're like, oh, great, I'm going to get all this money. But then when it happens and they have all these people running through their living room and they start complaining.
It would freak you out.
Yeah.
It would if you turn around and there's 100 people in your house.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't even know.
And I think that I know people who work locations, and I feel like they kind of always be like, it's just a couple people and we'll be like so quick. And then, of course, it's like an army moves in. And it must be just so overwhelming.
Yeah. It's like a 15-hour day, and then the owner just wants to go home, and there's still people like dragging lights out of their house and out of their yard. It's crazy.
What are you writing to me, Chris?
I was writing you a note.
Where is it? Let's see. Chris says, I don't like it when people talk about my eyes.
Okay. Chris, we were complimenting you.
Just for you, Ron.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hello?
Oh, my God.
Yeah? Say Merry Christmas to the listeners and the new chick in the studio.
Yeah, she's the new BL.
Yeah, new chick.
This is
She's the best chick ever.
I know. Remember when you wanted to be here like this? No, we got Julian instead.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. If you don't like it, stalk her.
Actually, I love Jen, of course, and Gail, obviously. But, I lived in Echo Park, Jill,
God,
Jill,
here
right?
we go.
Girls thing.
See.
Julian.
I lived in Echo Park. Yeah, I lived there. But a little bit. I ate muffins with some people that thought they were Eddie Vedder. It was awesome.
She's just going from things she heard on the show in the last hour. There's no reason for you to be in this conversation. And then you listen to her do her own show, and she sounds like this. Hello, everyone. This is Brenda Lee Newell.
Oh, you did not just blow my last name out. That's uncool.
Oh, yes. I'm annoying to you, you crazy bitch. BL, what do you, I know you're recently in a breakup, so this Christmas is probably going to be a sad one for you, right?
Oh, it's horrible, especially watching Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton bounce around. It's whatever. Whatever.
Whatever. It's her United States of whatever.
She is. She's found people that are her peers, and she's discussing them with us. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. Crazy fucking BL.
No, I don't care. Hey, no, you know what? I got nothing. My show, I quit it. I got no radio.
Wait, when did that happen?
Oh, no. Really?
Well, my guy broke up with me, so I really lost it. I was going to get on Aunt's buggy and thinking about I was going to move, and it was bad. And then I got really crazy, and the fuzz pulled up, like 4 of them, and they go, we don't care if you used to do our chili cook-offs. There are no chili cook-offs when he calls the fuzz on you, and I'm not allowed to talk about it like Chris can't talk about his $1 million.
So what was now? When did you lose the show?
About 12 days ago, same day I lost my dude. I had him for 9 years, and now I don't get a present.
All right, so you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a radio show.
Nope. I'm just going to Kurt Cobain my ass again.
No, don't Kurt Cobain yourself. A lot of times we feel that way. Can I just tell you what was always the perfect idea to me? Is we put together the old Hooters team. You, Julie, and Fez. All right?
That would be
team
great.
swings. And I'm trying to get Fez to get back into it. And I know you and him together would be fantastic.
BL, could you imagine? That would make everything better.
And then let me talk to that guy of yours.
No, he's just mad because I was jealous.
Now, what did he actually had to call the cops on you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was not fun. I've never been in trouble, Ron. You know that. I've never done one thing. The cops are like, we're searching and we can't find a thing on you.
Yeah.
But why did they got to send 4 cop cars with all the cherries on a sunny day in Florida?
Because you're fucking frightening, BL. I mean, you're really scary. You're, in the ex-breakup world, that's really fucking scary. So he's never taken you back, huh?
Nope, and he's not gonna, because the fuzz says that they just said you kept coming back to the property. When somebody tells you to leave property on a commercial of anything, any city, you should leave. I came back 6 times that day.
Like a maniac, huh? Screaming,
yeah,
I'll fucking kill you.
Squealing. No, I squealed through and kept flipping them off my cut-off finger and the nubs, going, tie it up, ever, all this mean stuff. And now I gotta go. If I apologize to the judge and everybody else, I'll get out of.
I hope not. I hope you do some serious time. Now, BL, this is why I could never let you get too close to me, because you're fucking just Looney Tunes, son.
Oh, geez, remind me not to talk to you if it's my last 2 hours on Earth. Geez, Benny. You don't got to get all freaking rude.
No, I wasn't being rude. I'm just telling you the truth. How long have I been telling you, please go to a psychiatrist?
It's 2-3 years since Aunt.
Yeah. And why don't you just try it, man?
Well,
they have drugs for people like you.
I don't got Benny money. I don't got Benny cash.
Obamacare it. Obamacare it. Oh, these guys are here?
Yes, they are.
Now, do we need to break first, or?
We should break first.
All right, David Tell is coming in, Mike Vecchione and Mike Fenoya. David Tell is performing at Caroline's in New York City Wednesday, December 27th through Saturday, December 30th. Go to carolines.com for tickets, davidtell.com for all of Dave's dates. BL, call us tomorrow, okay? I got to do this.
I love you guys.
Give us a call back, BL, please.
Love you.
I love you, BL.
Call us tomorrow, honey.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad you're doing good, though. And she turned that sad fast. I'll tell you, could work for BL. Because if you're like most people, you still have no clue what to get anyone for the holidays. Now, I'll tell you, could work for BL. Because if you're like most people, you still have no clue what to get anyone for the holidays. Nest wants to make the holidays easier for you right now. Buy any Nest product for over $99 and get a Google Home Mini for free. That's right. Any Nest product purchase over $99 will get you a Google Home Mini at no extra cost.
Google Home Mini is a voice-activated speaker with Google Assistant built in. They say it helps you get answers, manage your day, and get hands-free help around the house. You can ask if your flight is on time or add eggnog to your shopping list.
Nest products and Google Assistant work together to control your smart home. So you can say things like, make it warmer, and your Google Assistant will turn up your Nest thermostat. You need to hurry, though, because this offer ends December 31st. Go to Nest.com or visit your nearest Best Buy, Target, or Home Depot. With Nest and Google Home Mini, the holidays just got a mini bit better.
Welcome back to Bennington.
Thanks.
David Tell, Mike Vecchione, and Mike Fenoya are in studio.
Whoa!
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
If I could start off, since first of all, thanks for getting us in towards the end of the year.
Sure.
And as always, I like to bring a little something. Here's a very small box of Godiva chocolate.
Wow, I love that.
This is like one step above a candy bar.
You know,
right here.
here's what I'm saying to my whole staff. This is for me. Stay away from it. It's the thing that I do with them because they get into the chocolates.
It's an assortment from the very light to the very dark of the chocolate world. If only Congress itself could act much like that box.
I'm going to bite the corners until I find a nut. That's my ideal. It's just the nut search. Chris, tell everybody why Dave's here.
Dave's performing at Hilarities in Cleveland, December 22nd and 23rd, and Dave's performing at Caroline's in New York City.
The annual.
Wednesday, December 27th through Saturday, December 30th. Carolines.com for tickets. And Mike Fenoya's album Live in Burlington is available on iTunes, and Mike Vecchione's album Muscle Confusion is available also on iTunes.
Well, thanks for having us.
It's great to have it's great to have all you guys in here, and I'm glad that the entire table is dressed in black. It's a very New York
very
thing.
It's like a union Christmas party.
It is.
These are our We're not going to dress up, but we're going to show up.
You really do look like three union guys who somehow got into stand-up against everyone's better wishes.
We need a decent wage. I think that's why we're here. A
Living
decent wage.
I say that all the time.
We got mouths to feed.
Can I tell you something? Those fat cats down the hall are doing okay for themselves.
Exactly.
When, in my neighborhood, anyone would only call any of the bosses the big shots. So when I was growing up, it was like, the big shots are coming around today, so make sure this shit's cleaned up.
We call them Jews now.
You know something?
It's the third day of Hanukkah, Dave.
This is not, and this Steve Bannon works here, so we have to be very careful not to move too far in that direction, because everybody's ready to go. Everybody's ready to move over with Bannon. Charismatic.
We all want to know how old was that horse that you rode on. All right. Now, the mics, I brought in two mics. I usually come in with Big J, but I split it up with two mics.
Two mics equal a J.
Yeah, two mics do.
Neil has three mics.
Yeah.
But Dave is coming with a new concept. Two mics. Two actual guys named Mike.
Yeah. What happened with Jay this year? You guys just had a falling out after all these years.
Well, I think it happened at Jay's 40th birthday party. And yeah, did you show up? Because that would have been the ultimate.
I wanted to be there, and they said it starts after 11, and at 9:30 I found myself dozing off.
See.
Heroin.
That's good heroin.
Yeah.
That's that fentanyl shit.
Here's the thing. When I was a kid, I could do heroin all night, but I don't know what it is. You ever notice
You
when
get
you get
older.
older? Yeah.
You gotta
It's
stretch.
Age. Yeah. So I've just been chipping the last couple of days.
Wow.
Just chip. That's it. Just skin pop. But I heard you walked into a bar with a case of beer, and I thought that was a very classy thing to do, Dave. They gave
Me?
Yeah.
No, I came in late and like talk about being old. Like I barely know half the comics there now because they're all the younger kids. And I come in kind of like Sam Elliott in Roadhouse. I'm like, hey, I got my way of doing things.
Just pulling your hair back.
Yeah.
If he would have had a barrette,
Slow
the movie would
talking
have been half as long.
But Mike was there.
The creek and the cave.
Yes, both.
So
No, I skipped it.
I
didn't
were
go.
there.
No.
You protested?
You
You
guys
guys 40th?
Wow.
You guys have
me
bad
too.
feelings now with Jay, right?
No.
Bad feelings.
Yeah, things are weird.
Well, you know what it is?
That's
It's
what you
so-
guys do. You stir up trouble on the radio
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
That's what it is.
Well,
It's
like-
controversy.
It's shock jocking is what you're trying to do. And I need something's going to get on page 6. right
Exactly.
away. I need one of you guys to drop an N-bomb. And then that's how
Shotgun.
things go viral.
Well, it's going to have to be Dave because that's the only thing that he's famous enough for it to matter.
Me?
Me and Mike would.
Well, I don't know where your time
We're just
machine is.
racist.
I haven't mattered since the late 90s. But what I was going to say, it was great to see, Jay.
Yeah.
It was a big party. And Christine, of course,
Lovely
helped her.
Christine.
And they had a cake where, this is a new thing now, because when I was a younger man, they didn't have this, where they can Photoshop your face onto a cake, your whole body, and then you get to basically eat yourself. Have you ever seen this thing?
Oh, I haven't.
It's really weird. It's kind of creepy. I got there late. The whole head had been eaten, and that was just Jay's body. I was like, is this like an ISIS training video or something? What's going on here?
All that was left was fingerless gloves.
It's the softest part of the cake.
Those gloves are fingerless. Now I know what to get him for Christmas.
Yeah.
Tips.
Jay has a very unique
Tips.
style. Either that or a wallet chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you're at Caroline's, who do you got with you? Because this is the annual New York. All New York comes out for this. It's a very social thing.
It's very, it's very Gotham, if you will. Batman will be there. Asperger Spider-Man. 2 Spider-Mans ago. Latino Spider-Man could make it.
Yeah.
Louis Katz will be there. Joe Mackey, and then Sam Morrell. And Sam just shot his first hour special on Comedy Central. So so check that out when that comes out.
And that Joe Mackey is unbelievable.
He's really funny.
He's awesome.
That I said this year, I watched, maybe it was even the end of last year, but he did that thing on swimming pools, Americans having swimming pools. I'm like, that's as good as anyone's ever written anything. I put that with Carlin and that was beyond brilliant.
Really?
Mackey swimming pool bit?
Yeah, where he's like Americans explaining to people who don't have fresh water.
Right.
Oh, we have water.
Oh, yeah.
We
right.
No, we don't drink it. We obviously not. And I was watching him like that's like Carlin in '74.
Right.
Wow.
It was really, really brilliant.
And coming out of Mackey, it makes it that much sweeter, too.
Yeah.
Oh, but then the rest of the set, garbage. Just not.
Fell off.
Started so high.
He really couched that pool bit right in
He'll
between
never get back
the shit
there again.
sandwich.
He'll never get back. Well, that's great stuff. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
And we can use a win at this year.
Oh yeah.
All the way through. Just horrible.
Been a rough year, hasn't it?
Yeah. I always say I divided into before and after the eclipse. Right? Let's go through the room and see how our eclipse was. How was yours?
Mine was, I'm going to tell you the truth, it was a little bit of a letdown for me.
was.
It did not work out the way I
You
wanted
didn't party.
to. Yeah. No.
You didn't.
No.
It was pretty sad. I mean, we were in here, so we were watching people enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I had, I had friends sending me pictures of their cool eclipse
party.
experience.
Most
of it I watched on TV. I watched the eclipse on TV, which is sad.
Yes.
That is sad. You don't get the full effect.
Well, I was not partying or wearing the glasses, of course. I was butchering goats to bring the sun back. These guys know the joke, so it's like they had to feign what's going to happen.
So that's why they didn't react. The rest of us
just a taste of the Caroline's week. Now, I will give $50 for the best supermoon joke. I'm trying to hit all of the celestial.
Just teabag a flashlight while someone watches.
You got some supermoon material?
I don't have anything yet.
Working on it.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch old people look through a cereal box. Did you hear the whole make your own glasses?
Yeah.
Just somebody with a box of life, just staring up at the.
And you could also look through a cracker for some reason.
That's when you know they're ready. They told you not to. The cracker's thin enough.
They told you not to look directly at it, which I think is wrong because I think it gives you tremendous power.
Right.
When you look directly, just like
our
in between
president
sets at the gym.
I treated it as a deranged man on the subway. I didn't look at it, but I was aware of it. I just knew it was it was there. I was holding onto my wallet.
You just somehow feel it.
I had a fist ready to go.
Chris, I'd like to plug these gigs because this is, like I said, this is the New York time of the year. People come out to see Dave. They have only brown liquors this time of year. Only brown liquors. It's
People fly in for the comedy this time of year. The tree, a comedy show. I don't know if we're allowed to curse here, but a half-ass comedy show, right? And then a wandering around Times Square looking for terrorism.
That's what the tree. I come in that way to work. Much less people than any other year because the people from Jersey think it's a little explodey. Right. They don't want to be here for it.
Mm-hmm. Only the brave.
Right.
Only the brave can come.
Oh, New York forever. I like to say New
Only
York
the brave.
strong.
They'd rather look at the tree through Instagram from a safe distance.
Nice.
That's the new Christmas.
It's
But
easier.
I like the guys with M16s. That really gets you into the Christmas spirit.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They should wrap lights around them.
Yeah, the garland. Just garland.
But there's a war on Christmas. I'm glad you brought it up.
Finally, an actual war, a physical war on Christmas. Please plug, Chris.
Dave Attell, Mike Vecchione, and Mike Fenoya are in studio. Dave's performing at Caroline's in New York City Wednesday, December 27th through Saturday, December 30th. Also with Louis Katz, Joe Mackey, and Sam Morrell. Go to carolines.com for tickets. And Mike Fenoya's album Live in Burlington is available on iTunes. And Mike Vecchione's album Muscle Confusion is also available on iTunes.
I don't know whether you guys know it, but I have the only rockabilly producer. Look at that hair.
He looks great.
Spit curl.
Phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chris, women love that. Women love that.
Yeah,
We
you
were
look really
just
good.
discussing with Jillian over here. She's from LA.
Hi, Jillian.
And when I actually said this, David Tell's coming by, she goes, "Oh my God!" She was so
You
excited.
sure?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, so excited. And she
through
said,
gritted teeth?
You're the person who got her into comedy, and she enjoys it.
Hey, how are you? You should step up on the mic, as they say.
Well, she does not. We've used up every mic, so you can take, I guess, Vecchione.
I'll share.
Yeah.
Which one of these stand-up shows on Premium do you relate to most?
Yeah.
Crashing or I'm Dying Up Here? Or the new Smile?
There's
Which stand-up show creates... Well, go ahead.
no one on Amazon Prime is Mrs. Maisel.
Come on up,
Mrs. Maisel. And what she does, she is a 1950s Lenny Bruce. This,
really?
this
That's
guy.
right.
Is it fiction, obviously?
Yeah, there was not a female Lenny Bruce in the 50s.
What about
I don't know if we maybe just didn't hear of her.
Yeah.
What about Toady Fields and all those people? I'm not making a joke. Like,
Toady would be a good call. When I saw the first episode, I'm like, oh, she's supposed to be Joan.
Right.
But it's like 1958, and she's like this. What's with all these fucking? And I'm like, I don't.
wow,
think that, I don't
that's
think
not
that
right.
happened.
That's not right.
I don't think that went down that way.
But they did a quote of like the iconic women of comedy from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And Toadie's joke was the strongest and like it was like so clear. You know,
Yeah.
It was just like the rest of them. They had like they had Joan and everything like that. But that was the one where I was like, wow, you could say that one today. Like,
Right.
It was really tight.
Toady was really amazing. She was so strong. Now, Julian, you take it upon yourself to come in and take David Tell's seat.
No,
And now
as
it's
a gentleman, I'm a gentleman.
Now it's
He is
headphones.
such a gentleman.
I'm best on my feet.
She's wearing her comedy blacks too.
Yeah.
though.
She is.
She's in full
Well,
regalia.
she's Echo Park. She's Echo Park. So that's
Are you in
like,
town for shows or just for fun?
No, well, I'm from here. I'm from Astoria originally, and I just came to visit, see my Bennington friends.
Oh, cool.
that's
This
nice.
is just an incredible surprised to
Yeah.
have you guys
These guys
here.
live in
to
Queens,
Astoria.
huh?
Yeah, we actually live in Astoria,
Yeah.
so if you need a ride back there,
You'll
we can
definitely
take
safe.
the, I don't have a car, we can take the train
No,
together.
I'm staying in Brooklyn.
Things aren't going that well.
Can I train you home tonight?
When will Queens get? I don't know if you can hear me, but when will Queens get some of the cachet that Brooklyn has now? Like when will it be too expensive?
Can I answer that? When the L train shuts down.
That's what everybody
Just
in Queens
reroute
is
'em.
waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Chris Stanley, the rockabilly producer, also lives in Astoria.
Born and raised in Astoria, New York.
But he looks it. He looks it.
Yeah.
Third generation diner owner.
Yeah.
Right there.
He lives by himself now because both of his parents are gone. He lives in the apartment that he was born.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How creepy is that?
Tell us more about how his parents are both gone.
And,
I'm sure that'll cheer things up.
Where did they go? Cyprus? Oh, they're gone. Thought they went back to Mount Olympus, which is another diner in New Jersey.
When they married, those two diners came together. It was like The Godfather. It was very frightening for the other families, the other diner families. But he is an endling. He has no relatives anywhere in his life. There's no aunts, no uncles, no cousins, nothing.
Really?
He's all alone.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Not
No,
really.
Chris doesn't want kids, right?
No. Oh no, nothing to do with children. No.
Wow.
So you're ending it.
Yeah, and Stanley name's done. It's over after
But
me.
it's so suspicious the way he always has to specify that. I want nothing to do with children.
What about the guy from Kiss? His name's Stanley, right?
Yeah, right. Paul Stanley.
I think you're overplaying it. It's done.
Yeah. So that'll be the end of this strain on the universe.
Wow.
He ends there.
What a waste of amazing hair, Gene, right?
Yeah,
there.
really.
I know.
And those eyes.
I think you're talking a young man's game. I
Yeah.
could see you meeting the right, woman. Like maybe you should go back to Greece. Did you ever see that big fat Greek wedding? The first 20 minutes, dynamite.
She's fun. She's big. She's
really,
big, but
yeah.
she's fun.
Well, they didn't leave one cliche on the table.
Yeah. I actually am trying to produce her playing Toady Fields in a new thing I'm working for. But you know what you're bringing up about his hair? We could shave his head and give it to little kids in Tennessee with cancer.
He wants nothing to do with kids. I think he made that clear. He wants nothing to do with kids.
Why
Just freeze your hair.
You have that hair of like you might be a judge on The Voice, but
spin your chair around and see how you do.
better up on my feet. Look at this. I'm
Yeah,
getting
I
that blood flow out doing the mics.
I was going to tell Benoit that Christine needs a seat. It's really not right. It's really, yes.
Yeah.
She's really, I mean, she's over here.
I think you should have to earn your seat.
Let's go.
Like
She's
The
got her
Voice.
You get a
glasses
laugh,
on.
you get to sit.
This reminds me of my time on Last Comic Standing, by the way.
Were you on that show?
I was on that show 2 seasons, semifinals.
Can I bring up my favorite year-end thing? Is that both of these mics did the Impractical Joker cruise.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this? Julian, do you know anything about boat comedy? Well, you're about to learn everything about it.
Yeah.
You've never done laughter on the high seas.
How far was the stage from the buffet table? Was it a long walk, or were people walking by you, scooping stuff up during your set?
It's one thing to do a boat, but it's another thing to do a boat to a fanatical crowd of people who are there to see, like, the people.
Someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Mike, take it.
And then to have to live in your punchlines for 5 days, that's always a blast. Yeah.
Because you're dining with them and they're all around.
I do one about how redheads are either smoking hot or a rotten pumpkin, and there was like 90 rotten pumpkins on the boat. And they're like, I'm not a rotten pumpkin. I'm like, I think you dropped your insulin port back near the bacon.
That is the best thing about comedy, is that when it's over, you want to get away from the audience, not spend 5 days with them.
Exactly.
That's weird.
But they don't really promote health. You were telling me about the bacon giveaway.
Oh,
What was
the
that?
bacon bingo bonanza. Yeah, that was an interesting. They had a bacon and bingo in the morning, and I had to. That was one of my tasks, was to host bacon and bingo. And they put out a trough of bacon, and there was people in line, and this lady drove like a jazzy up front and cut everybody, and took 2 plates and shoveled bacon into her plates, then used her hand to like top it off, got back on, drove into the bingo parlor, shuffled sideways in, and handed a plate to her even fatter daughter.
Wow.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
I saw that on my 600-pound life.
Are you watching that now?
I did. I watched one episode because I was feeling bad about myself. I immediately felt better. I'm like, you know what? I'm not in that bad of a shape.
Cruises are weird.
The lady had to lose weight to get her stomach removed. I didn't know that was a thing. That's actually true.
She couldn't just do it right from...
No, she went to the doctor, and I'm surprised she could get out of her house. First of all, she was a shut-in in Ohio, which sucks. It sucks to be a shut-in, but if you're a shut-in in Ohio,
it's a double positive.
It's terrible. But she had to go to Houston, and the doctor was like, you have to lose 30 pounds for us to even remove your stomach.
Really?
Wow.
So then she had to train, I guess, to have her stomach removed.
It just gave the doctor
pretty good personal trainer. Not the best, just to get her down to fat.
It just gave the doctor enough time to go to the Husqvarna dealer and get a better chainsaw.
Now, Christine, I'm looking at your new hair too. You could be next to Chris. We'll go from rockabilly to Beatlemania.
Yeah,
and why? 'Cause I'm loving the bangs with you.
That's the rubber soul hairdo right there.
Yeah, it is. It is rubber soul.
Yeah.
It says 66, 65. They're transitioning into their psychedelic era.
They just smoked pot with Dylan.
Yeah.
I don't get the rubber soul reference.
I know. It's
cool music. It's not your shit.
We'll get back to the Beach Boys because I know you're from L.A., right?
I do love the Beach Boys.
Of course. Everyone in L.A. does.
Christine loves that post Green Day mall music. Like, that's about the time you were my girl. Like, every song sounds like that.
Was that Blink 182? Did you brought that in? Really? And that was you too, Gail. That was a nice...
Yeah, I went through a pretty heavy pop punk phase.
Pop punk.
Oh, love the pop punk.
Yeah, pop punk, yeah.
I thought it was another surrender band who didn't come in on the war with us.
Mike got to deal with me listening to music I would listen to Jay.
And what does Jay listen to at home? He's still
Barbra
a metal guy,
Streisand,
right?
really.
Yeah, a lot of yacht rock.
Yeah.
Barbra Streisand.
I feel like there was a little bit of a bait and switch when we first met. It was all Korn and Manson, and now it's all yacht rock now.
Well, the last time Jay came in to do the show, I'm walking down the hall, and a guy from the metal channel, the heavy metal channel, he has Jay, and he's just shaking his hand. He goes, I want to thank you for still flying the metal flag, man. It means a lot.
Did he throw his fingers up like
they both did. They touched each other with the fingers. And I'm like, this is an intimate moment. I didn't expect to be here
But
for.
then also, he then added, you are still flying the metal.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He forced him to take that vow.
But yacht rock is amazing. Can I just take up for yacht rock?
Yeah.
I'll take up for Jay because he's not here.
We had a
yacht rock is pretty fucking Ambrosia. Have you heard some of their hits lately?
Yeah.
I think
unbelievable.
that was one of my most enjoyable moments on the cruise was when the Yacht Rock review was playing on a cruise in the front of the boat, and we're on a boat listening to Yacht Rock. That was like, I mean, that was synchronicity.
Your mind almost exploded.
Oh, yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, Jillian, what are the young people listening to? Let's hear.
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah.
What do you
I
like?
can answer that. Fetty Wap,
The newest,
which sounds like a cheese.
Yeah, Lil Pump.
the newest thing that I've enjoyed, I would say, is Kendrick Lamar. But I don't really tend to like that kind of music. But I did like that album.
Wait,
that
did you just say
album.
Hedy Lamar put out a new album? I am going to go listen to that right now. Now I'm back in style. I'm loving this.
This is a tough year for comedy and for music because Tom Petty, right?
Tom Petty, yeah.
David Bowie.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, like, I was reading, like, an extra, but it's like, this guy was so good at everything from, like, music to, like, just, like, being, like, a great dude.
Yeah.
You know, like, he was just bored all the time. Like, it just seems like everything he did was like, you know, all right, I'm sick of doing that. That works. So let me try this, you know?
He was writing a song, like, with his left hand, painting with his right. You know what I mean? It was just
like a Renaissance guy.
Yeah, it was
a
just
really
too
good-looking
much.
guy.
Didn't he have an apartment, like a cottage put on the roof of a building on Great Jones? Like right in the East Village? I thought he lived like right over there.
Village,
yeah.
I think you're talking about Anderson Cooper. He lives in a firehouse now.
Yes, that's right.
He's a real hero.
I was at Anderson Cooper's house. The firehouse is there, and the pole is still there, and it's the only pole in the city, and this is true, you can slide up. I don't know how it happened. He's delightful. He's really nice. Yeah.
He's the next one to go.
I go to a lot of really nice New York cocktail parties, and I don't see you guys there. But they're in people's homes.
We're all wearing
and they're
goat
really
masks.
Nice. Yeah. No,
Are you going to hit a few cocktail parties, like a loft party with some eggnog and whatnot?
I would love to do that, and then there's always a piano, and somebody say, Ron said. Chestnuts roasted. I can't remember all the words. This is fun.
New York Sophisticata.
Yes, it's me. It's Norman Mailer and a lot of dead people. A lot of it takes place on the Upper East Side.
One of those parties where you think it's just a couple of drinks, but it turns out you had to save a panda. You got to write a check for $100,000.
We'll buy a checkbook again.
That one really cost me.
Doing lines of Burl Ives ashes.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll just come in with like a priceless painting under my arm. Is there a place I can put this before we have drinks?
Art check.
You know what I wanted to do for the holidays?
Yeah.
Is buy American Eagles, like you know those coins.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that would be a cool gift or not, but I was thinking like I want to get those, and hey, here you go, son. Like American Eagle. Like I'm like, how much do they cost? $100. They're like so expensive. The big one, the teeny tiny one where it's like, what is that? A button? That one is only like $200. I was like, what a lame gift that would have been.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
Mm-mm. But do you buy Christmas presents for people?
I do, but it's hard, the exchange rate from Yemeni money. That's how my cell pays me.
Chris, you don't plug anymore?
Money of the home country.
Yeah.
David Tell, Mike Vecchione, and Mike Fenoya are in studio. Dave's performing at Hilarities in Cleveland, December 22nd and 23rd. And he's performing at Caroline's in New York City, Wednesday, December 27th through Saturday, December 30th, with Louis Katz, Joe Mackey, and Sam Morrell. And Live in Burlington is available on iTunes. That's Mike Fenoya's album. And Mike Vecchione's album, Muscle Confusion, is also available on iTunes.
Wow, these guys are heavy hitters, folks.
Let's talk about Burlington now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What is happening there? What's
Are we
going down?
going up there this year? Or
yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's my favorite place.
You still have family there?
I'm not from there.
Oh, where are you from?
Connecticut originally.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, New Haven.
Yeah.
Right outside New Haven.
He looks like every town that doesn't have a college.
Yeah.
Real men doing real things.
Right.
I went up to New Haven because I thought, Ivy League. But you can get beat up there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of rough neighborhoods.
There it's rough.
It's very interesting that like the world's most prestigious university is like literally just riddled with bullets on the outside. Like it's crazy. You go 2 blocks away and it's just absolute dog shit.
I actually had to smoke crack there to prove I wasn't a cop.
Like
see, why would a cop do this? I'm in
New Haven.
Yeah.
They Ethan Hawked you.
Yeah. Yes, they Ethan Hawked me.
Absolutely.
But Ron, you're used to that because of Temple. Temple was right in North Philly.
Yeah,
and that's your
Temple
area.
is in Philly, and they would say, please don't leave the campus under any circumstances. Don't leave the campus.
It's like going to an all-inclusive in Jamaica.
Yes, it's very close to that. That is true. You know, it's nice when you're there. You're like, man, Jamaica's beautiful, and they're like, good, but don't leave. If you can't see the pool, come back.
That's it.
Start walking back.
You can't smell the
Start walking
buffet.
back.
Once you stop smelling bacon, get out of here.
It's so obnoxious because they won't let the locals on the same beach as the tourists in Jamaica.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. They actually closed the beach so that everyone can they actually rake the beach. They let the locals on to rake the beach for us whites, and then they let us go back
I didn't think it came
on.
down to color.
Connecticut? We're still talking about Connecticut?
Dave, Connecticut gets hot. You haven't been there in a while.
That really is
That's vacation on the Long Island Sound, Dave.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like that they're creating jobs over there, raking a
I
beach.
forgot.
That's what we're going to be
Let's
down
get on
to.
a resume.
Right wing. I forgot. All right, cool. I'm with you.
I'm just for job creation for working people who don't understand technology like me.
This is how
I'd rake a
I am. In Jamaica, do you really need a resume, or do you tell what you've done with a song? Hit it. And then you just do that little
stand up,
cha-cha talk song.
Chris, let's plug. I don't want to be in a world that we don't. I want people to. Christina, are you going to Dave's show, the annual Caroline?
Yeah, me and Jay are actually, Jay's in town. We both want to go. We're trying to figure out which night.
Whoa!
When you know, let me know.
Guess who's going to help come on and fill the hour? Jay. I'm like a one-man Brat Pack now.
Yeah, I know you are.
Bring everybody else out to do the time.
But you know what? Don't announce him. Just Jay will come walking on, play his theme song. Crazy.
Like, I'm sorry.
David Tell, Mike Vecchione, and Mike Fenoya are in studio. Dave's performing at Caroline's in New York City Wednesday, December 27th through Saturday, December 30th. Carolines.com for tickets. Live in Burlington is Mike Fenoya's album. And Muscle Confusion is Mike Vecchione's. They're both available on iTunes.
Like, Frank Sinatra, the great Frank Sinatra. Like, there was a series of songs where he would just bring out other people. Like the song High Hopes.
Yeah.
Like, he would bring out another person, they would sing it with him. And, that was just him being, like, lazy. Like, just like, I'm not going to sing this whole song. So bring out, who plays Peter Pan this year? Is it a chick or a dude? Bring him out. Give me the Joe Mackey of today. 62.
And that was still Joe Mackey. That's the weird thing about that.
He does have that voice.
He's just always young, no matter what decade you're in.
No, he's
But Sinatra would also do a thing, and he would come in, and when they were in the studio, he would do one take and go like this, that's it, you got it. And he would leave. Like he would never, and when he did a movie, we got it. And everyone was like, but we need other angles. No, you don't.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
And then they would go
best.
drink.
Yes. Then he would spend. That's why they did those that movie Ocean's 11, because they could book themselves in the hotels
in Vegas.
So awesome. What a fun time. I like watching all those old roasts because it's like literally, it was like Voss's, where it's just a bunch of friends breaking balls and having a good time. Those are the best ones.
Well, Voss's was more of 8 people who didn't like him, but
which is what he calls friendship.
I remember I went to that roast, and by the time Jay went on, I was like, oh shit, every joke has been done.
Yeah.
And then he went out and killed. I'm like, all right, who's fucking every person? I'm like, they can't follow. And it just got, Colin came out. And then that was the end of it.
Yeah, Florentine demolished on that. He had such a great set.
What was your favorite hit?
That Bonnie came to America and got her American dream. She got stupid rich. That was pretty funny. I love
that one. Classic roast.
Yeah, classic roast.
It's back.
It literally was. Yeah, just A plus B equals bang.
Yeah. I start to feel bad for Voss, though, because he takes it all personal.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He couldn't hear it over his own heartbeat.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, this holiday is really. So, are you gonna stay in the city, or are you gonna go?
I'm probably gonna stay in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna be here too?
I'm gonna stay.
You and your friends.
Yeah, I do. I have my boyfriend's mother's coming to visit. Then I'll do like a friend's Christmas.
Are you gonna have to make a meal for her so she can do that kind of approval
probably,
thing?
Yeah.
She's from Philly. Her mom's from Philly, so she's got to make a hoagie.
It's a traditional Philly.
She's from Philly, so you're going to eat and then sit outside on a crate? What are you guys gonna do? She's from Philly, so you're going to flag down a cop car and point?
Her mother-in-law, her boyfriend's mother, was, if you watch Rocky, she was one of the people around that dumpster.
Trash
that was
can
on fire.
fire?
And they were saying, get it back.
Boot it back.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
that's her family.
That's awesome.
So nice.
Did she say the word creepo during the holidays?
That's the part of the movie where I usually get up and get something to eat. But yeah. Every time I think of Rocky now, I always think of Mike.
Yeah.
Because I think you know that movie from like every...
I think it's the best
movie.
I'll go on record saying it's the greatest movie.
Really? Did you hear that, Godfather? You really think it's the best movie from beginning to end?
Unbelievable.
Really?
Funny, touching, dramatic. It has all the elements.
Animals in there.
Yeah.
Cuff and Link.
Yeah.
The turtles.
It's great.
Any movie with animals, I know you love.
But do you relate? Is that why, Mike? Is that why you like it?
No, it's not even a relation thing. It's all the things it's like the perfect movie. It's not even relatable. It's like very touching. It's very funny. It's dramatic.
I think you see yourself as the Rocky of comedy. If I'm going to be totally honest,
I just
you're looking for that
I
one
take brutal
shot.
beatings and then refuse to retire. Is that what you mean?
Your friends and family tell you not to do it.
Or you're Apollo Creed / Kevin Hart. Give you the tap.
No, I'm really looking for a job at a meat factory. But I got laid off, and now I'm doing comedy.
It was hilarious explaining to Jay that just maybe Rocky means more to people from Philly than the rest of the country.
Yeah. I mean, it's really true. Rocky, and I would say the same thing about Wawa.
Yeah.
It means more than you outsiders who just go there for a sandwich.
Right.
Well, we didn't have to depend on it growing up. That's why. We had real restaurants.
We had McDonald's.
Yeah. We didn't have to eat at a gas station.
Yeah, you couldn't get gas at your restaurant. So who's winning? Now who's in
Thank you,
first
Ron. One
place?
for our team.
Yeah, thanks.
Ron, I feel like we're a divided broadcast right now.
Do you remember? Yeah.
I'd like to hear what the younger kids think.
Yeah.
About what's their movie.
What's your movie that you say like your Rocky, a movie that'll keep you going?
Man, because it's probably not a recent movie. To me, like the best movie of all
Pitch
time
Perfect?
is-
Which one is it? Strong women.
Fat Amy's
going
so
for a
great.
goal.
I would say The Graduate is the best movie.
Oh, wow. That's another good one.
I think that's a perfect movie
Yeah.
for the
Really?
same reasons. There's a lot of really funny moments in it, but it's sad, it's touching, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of surreal towards the end.
This is weird too because I remember when you graduated from college, we wanted you to do stuff, but you were laying in the pool and then banging that older woman. Like, what is she doing?
It means something. To
Yes.
me, you know what I mean? It's a connection.
What about for you, Julian? What was that movie?
Man, that's tough.
Don't hold back.
Yeah.
That's so tough.
Work to the mic.
That's really. I don't know. I keep going back to the same movie, and it's kind of nerdy, but I really like the Maltese Falcon from.
Oh,
I really like classic.
Yeah,
real old soul. Were you raising a museum of
Raising the
But I think of that as perfect. I don't know. I just love film noir, and that's like amazing. I love it.
What about you, Christine? What was it going to be?
Probably My Cousin Vinny.
Beautiful.
You had a starring role?
I was sure you were going to say Clueless.
It was between the two. Desperately Seeking Susan gets thrown in there as well.
I thought
When Harry Met Sally.
I thought because of where you're from, it was going to be a Sublime concert film.
A behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Well, if you want laughs and drama, I guess the Deer Hunter's the way to go.
I love the Deer Hunter.
If you want non-stop action followed by dramatic.
Kind of humor. You know what I mean? Real silly.
Yeah, it is. It's that wacky humor that you're laughing so hard you can't make it to the next thing. Bow! Bow! And just die.
What I love about the Deer Hunter is like everybody there eventually went on to become like the best actors of their generation. So they got them at like a deal. Like the guy's like, you'll never believe it. I got these guys like for like lunch and like car fare. It's like De Niro.
Well, honestly, I think The Godfather was probably the same way. Like Al Pacino wasn't known then.
Right.
James Caan. And then who's the guy that did every great movie and then he died?
John Cazale? Cazale?
Well, yeah. What
John
was
Cazale.
his?
John
He
Cazale.
did what? 5 films?
5 movies.
What were they?
Godfather, Godfather 2, Deer Hunter,
Dog Day Afternoon,
and
Conversation,
Oh, wow.
which is maybe the best movie ever done. That's the only 5 movies they were in. Everyone was up for Best Picture. Every movie.
Absolutely. What a
that he
great
did.
life that is.
Well, no,
you
he-
just do 5
and
unbelievable
out.
and then out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then here's the thing: he died in Meryl Streep's arms. That was his girlfriend, and she
That's
was
his drop the mic
holding him.
moment.
Yes, And he goes, "I'm going to now hand this to you. You now become the greatest
That's unbelievable.
actor of your generation."
Wow.
I've seen none of those movies.
Yeah, she's never.
You've never seen The Godfather?
Jay hasn't either.
Like part of it. I love Goodfellas.
Well, no, it's weird. Okerson hasn't seen Godfather, and he goes, you know what? At this point, it's just too late. And I'm like,
It's too late in your life?
It's too late in your
Yeah.
What are you kicking off tomorrow?
Be a little too talky.
But Jay will go see Fast and Furious 8. That's the thing about Jay. Come on! And he'll hype it up, too.
I want to reenact Tokyo Drift for the next 3 days after.
He just keeps watching Carson Wentz break his ACL. over and over.
Come on.
Sad.
Too
Is that
soon.
sad?
Too soon.
Hey, I'm a Nick Foles man, so this is good
Oh,
for
really?
me. Yeah, I'm back in.
This could be his Tom Brady moment.
Yeah.
I said the years I've spent growing an affection for a team that's not my hometown.
Yeah.
It finally was all coming together, and I said that Carson Wentz. I go, no, I genuinely feel actually upset about it, not just for you. So I was like, look at my fanship growing.
All right, we get it, Christine. We get it.
But growing up in the surf community, which surf community do you feel most captures the scene?
Does Jay gleam the cube with you at all? Or
Did you have a favorite surfer growing up, Christine? Was there?
I didn't have.
Laird Hamilton?
Brody Avocado.
That's the other one I know.
That's a great one.
That guy's a perfect name for what he's looked.
I know.
Laird.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch professional surfers, but I would go and like just watch surfers on the beach, and I'd go with my uncle to watch the breaks. That was
Really?
just something we did. He's like, let's go check out the waves, and we go down to like certain surf spots to see what was going on.
Did he surf or was he just an odd man?
No, they all surf. My uncles and my father all surfers.
It's funny you said breaks. I'm so not California. I just thought you meant like that them breaking their legs and arms
no.
while surfing. Like
No.
that actually sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a lot like comedy. Like 3 guys make a ton of cash, and then everybody else is just
Yeah, right.
huffing in someone else's car.
Everybody else is rollerblading.
And Laird just, got his own radio channel, and he's got 10 things, and everybody else is Nothing.
Listening to
nothing.
it.
Yeah, nothing.
That's not
for
a
them.
morning show, right?
Yeah.
Surfers, they're surfing at that point.
No, they actually now, because of podcasting, they can be on the board while they're doing it.
You love it.
Yeah.
Where he's like, whatever that big wave surfing is, where they
Yeah.
start like, he lives in Hawaii, so
Yeah.
they'll start like in China.
Yeah.
They'll like jet ski him all the way there, and then he'll surf the whole way back.
Right.
But at what point does it become one of these things where it's like, is this ever going to end? Like I'm on a surfboard now, like the next hour and a half.
I feel like a subway.
Like when do you pull out your phone?
Well, I saw Laird has a thing too where it's like he's on a stick above the wave now. Above the wave. He's like 8 feet above it. I don't know how the fuck they do this.
Yeah.
Hydroplaning.
Oh, I've seen that, I think.
I like those jet packs where it like shoots you
I
out
thought
of the
that's
water.
what it was. Yeah,
those are
I thought
fun.
that's what it was.
Yeah. Those sound great.
I mean, if you're going to talk carnival acts.
Yeah, that's right up your alley, Dave. I learned it by watching you.
The bearded woman.
I'd say because we're making no attempt to get to the moon anymore. That's the coolest
No,
thing.
Trump said we're going. That's his new thing.
Oh,
Right?
is
Didn't
it?
he sign a...
He said we were also building a wall. I don't know.
No,
you know
we're
what I mean?
going.
Like
He wants to build a wall on the moon now.
But why did the moon explorations? Does anybody an astronomer here?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Why did that stop? Why did we stop trying to get to the moon?
Because Americans got bored with it.
Yeah.
Americans got bored and they stopped wanting to spend the money. They're like, we already went to the moon. We got problems here. Cleveland is shit. Instead of going to the moon, how about getting an aquarium in Cleveland or bringing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
It's so crazy,
turn
right?
this down around.
It really just kind of stopped. In the '60s, like that was like a bit. That was the hugest thing. It's like we are going to get to the. That was like a national. Thing that they
That's like
put out
buying a
there.
Lamborghini and driving to the Vince Lombardi rest area and then just turning around and coming back. And you're like, yeah,
When
we've
you were
seen
a little
America.
Kid, you thought you would be going to space too, and the
Right.
teachers would tell you, like, you're going to live in space, so pay attention to this shit.
I know I'm not going now.
Yeah, no.
There's no, they're definitely, can you imagine, like, no smoking up there? There's nothing. Like, you have to, like, everything is serious.
That's great.
I mean, there's nothing. Like, no stepping out. Any of that.
That's insane. My hometown, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, they outlawed smoking. You cannot smoke anywhere in the city.
In the city.
But what if it's weed?
Things.
Weed is fine.
I think that's why they did it, is because the weed laws changed and they didn't want people just smoking weed publicly, so they just outlawed smoking completely.
What about a cotton candy flavored garage door opener vape? Can you do those?
I think that's fine.
You don't see people vaping anymore either.
You
Remember?
can't smoke in that whole town. I know that.
You can't smoke in the whole
Maybe
town.
a vape
No, but
apologist.
didn't the
smoke on
tobacco
the
companies lobby and to make sure that the vaping people couldn't get in? I think that's where they put a lot of their money.
That's where
Right?
we're at. Smokers versus vapors.
Smokers
It's
versus
just not,
vapors.
vaping is not the same experience. That's the
It
problem
isn't.
with it. It isn't. It just
Yeah.
doesn't feel as good.
No.
But the whole thing about not letting people smoke in a town makes us all third graders again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you and your friends had to go in the woods, pass a cigarette around. Now that's adults.
Maybe that's how the fires started.
Think of all of our classic movies, whether it be the Maltese Falcon or whatnot. Take out those smoking scenes and put in vaping.
Right.
You lost me. I don't care who is trying to go for the life insurance money. I forget what was the theme of that?
Clint Eastwood vaping after a gunfight? That's great.
Put in, or how about just a reasonable fruit snack? Some fruit roll-ups?
Vaping after sex. What do we just do? Who is it? Is this guy even a man?
Pass me my strawberry oils, sweetheart.
Dave Attell, Mike Vecchione, and Mike Fenoya are in studio. Dave's performing at Hilarities in Cleveland, December 22nd and 23rd, and he's performing at Caroline's in New York City, Wednesday, December 27th through Saturday, December 30th, with Louis Katz, Joe Mackey, and Sam Morrell. Carolines.com for tickets, DaveAttell.com for all of Dave's dates. And Mike Fenoya is also in studio. His album is Muscle Confusion. You can get that on iTunes. And, live in Burlington on iTunes. Mike Vecchione's album is Muscle Confusion. That's
Wow.
on iTunes.
Yeah.
I'd like to bomb with my own jokes and not put that on the mic.
Bomb. Right now, Amazon is just frozen.
Yeah.
People are like, who got what? Huh?
Someone just got me doing your jokes.
Right now, there's a power surge on the East Coast.
And for some reason, a lot of people are running Rocky right now. No one knows why.
It just all seems to be coming from Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Well,
That's
here's
our
another
demographic.
thing. The holiday movies used to, when we were kids,
Yeah.
there was like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Now there's like 400 of them.
Yeah.
And when did the Star Wars trilogy, when did that become like, so what is it, Yoda's Jesus?
Right.
Like, why do we have to watch that over the holidays? Why is that?
It's a constant thing now, and it's the only movie people go to.
Really?
Yeah, it's the Star Wars movies are a million times bigger than any other movie out there.
I'm done with it.
People,
That's their movies.
BB-8 was in here the other day, which is the ball robot. Yeah, there's pictures, and the people around here just went running to
Because
get their picture.
I don't think it's like my generation. I think it's like the kids who were little in the 70s who are nostalgic for.
All I know is
I think Gail's right on that.
I think it's a kid, and now they're. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not a kid's
Yeah,
movie. I mean, these
right.
are like grown-ups who are obsessed.
But that's
with
everything. It's like Superman and all that too.
Yeah.
But these people in here went so BB-8, the little soccer ball, they pushed Jack Nicholson on the ground so they could get their picture taken with BB-8. And there were people crying, weren't they, to be with BB-8? They were just sobbing. They love him so much.
Can I say that's the lamest robot? That looked like the guy who designed robots got coming off a 3-day bender and he forgot the meeting was for the robot design. He's like, oh, I don't know. How about a ball with like a garbage can lid on top? I don't know. I have a problem. That is the lamest thing.
Yeah, I agree. But they love these movies.
And
They
Dave
love them.
owns a Rhomba, by the way.
Oh, yeah, so that's...
I would have rather a Rhomba with a daytime Emmy tape topped on it.
All right, guys, thanks so much for coming in here, though.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The amazing Dave Attell and his 2 mics. Not a lot of comedians work with 2 mics. He does. That's brave.
Can I do a shout out quick?
Yeah.
To Artie, dude, we're thinking about you. We love you. Get better. Come back soon.
Yeah.
Amen.
All right.
David Tell, Mike Vecchione, and Mike Vinoy have been in studio. David Tell is performing at Hilarities in Cleveland, December 22nd and 23rd, and Caroline's in New York City, Wednesday, December 27th through the 30th. Go to carolines.com for tickets. Live in Burlington's Mike Vinoy's album. Go to iTunes for that. And Mike Vecchione's album, Muscle Confusion, is also available on iTunes.
Christine, can we get a pic?
Welcome back to Bennington.
Okay. Don't be angry.
And Adele and Graham from the Stand Comedy Club are here.
Nice to see you guys.
Yes.
Hello.
See you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in. You guys are following David Tell, so strong.
No big
strong.
deal.
No big deal, right?
No big deal. He opened up for us.
Yes. Think of it that way. It is, first of all, let me thank everybody at the Stand. It's always so amazing to go there.
It's the best.
And,
the best club.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
Adele was just bringing that up to me. Adele was like, "You got to be there Friday. I know that's your host tonight." But you guys make that so fun. But Adele, you're kind of branching out and doing other stuff now, right?
Yeah, recently I started working part-time there. I love my job there, but, I had other things going on when I started there 5 years ago, so I'm trying to get back to it.
Acting?
I want to make movies for a living.
Really?
So whether I'm acting in them, producing them, writing them, I just think it's the best business in the whole wide world. So I want to be a part of it.
I know it's an easy business to break into.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
says that. Yeah.
Hence my 5-year hiatus.
Yeah. You ought to direct one of these Star Wars films. They do well.
Yeah.
They do nice.
Why don't you get yourself a Star Wars?
And Graham is you upstairs. You never come downstairs though to the club, right?
I know I do. I make guest appearances.
Just guest appearances. But you have a strange background because it's military school then art school.
Yes.
Yeah.
I spent 4 years at Hargrave Military Academy.
Yeah.
Which is a private military school down in Southern Virginia.
Yeah.
Bible Belt. And then I left and I went to the North Carolina School for the Arts to start my training as an actor.
I don't think that has ever taken place, that somebody went from military school to art school.
Well, no, probably not.
Yeah.
But,
Now, you guys are shooting something now, right?
Yeah, we did it yesterday. It was so much fun.
What are you doing exactly?
Well, I'm sure your listeners know who Bonnie McFarlane and Rich Voss are.
Love.
I'm sure. So they have a beautiful young daughter, Raina, that hangs out at the club when they're performing on the weekends.
Yes.
But she doesn't go in the showroom, naturally. She's not going to want to hear the content. So she hangs out at the comics table. And she has her earphones on and she's on her laptop. She's always doing her thing. But I wondered if sometimes she mutes it and kind of pays attention to us and listens in. So it's a small sketch about a kid that's the child of two comedians, and I cast a boy because no one could quite be Raina. So this little kid writer, he plays the son of two comedians. He hangs out at the comics table, and it's what he hears, his inner monologue of the craziness
So
around
cute.
it.
That's really cute.
And it takes place at the Stan's holiday party, so it should be.
Now, Raina, comedians fear her.
Yeah, I noticed that.
She is brutal.
I hear she's quite a roaster.
Yeah.
I've heard some of the jabs that she'll
She
have
made
for
Pete
people.
Lee cry. I saw Pete Lee start
Not
crying
surprised.
because of her.
Yeah, no, people don't make direct eye contact with Marina.
But Keith Robinson always leaves his mints there, right? He'll sip, but he'll leave his breath mints.
Uh-huh.
And then she put a note in there that said, "I licked all these," so that when he got home and read it, he didn't know.
That's very clever.
Yeah, I guess it's clever, but very cruel. It's a cruel kind of clever, but very, very funny. So, when are we going to get? Is this going to be shown online? Is this how this goes down? Great.
I mean, I'm learning how
Yeah.
to make these things, and I want to release it in as many outlets as possible. But making it was a big deal for me because it was my first. So
good for you.
Got it done yesterday.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
you are quite the dream pusher. Do you know? Ironically, you're kind of partly why I did it, because you would check in on me and ask me like, what have you been up to? And I wanted to have something to say, so
Right.
I wrote it like because of your kind of checking in.
Now, isn't that nice? Because my kids find that to be annoying.
Yeah.
When I go,
It only works on other people.
Yes, yeah. Don't worry
We're
about
just like,
it.
we're not doing anything. It's like the fact that me and my brother are like not ambitious people. It
Yes.
always makes me think of In Rushmore when he's like, never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd have sons like these. Me and my brother talk about this all the time because my dad works so hard and he's like, he'll be in the middle of a project and he'll be like, what's the next project? And me and my brother are like, I hope nothing. That would be great. I like to do nothing.
See, I don't see myself as working hard. I'm just fucking. My one fear is to have a regular life with a job. That's my only.
Don't do it.
Yeah, that's my only thing I tried to get out
It's
of.
funny because I think we feared that too. So we were
Right.
like, how could we do none of it? It's really what we wanted to do. We really wanted to do none of it.
Yeah, that's hilarious though. I didn't know that you guys even did that premise. That really hurts.
Well, it's more
Yeah.
a cut on us.
Yeah. But that is, it is funny. Like there is always a certain of, hey, how do I not do what my family did? Says the person sitting next to me on a radio show. Graham, what were your people like? What was your family like when you were growing up?
I actually grew up in tobacco country.
Oh.
So both sets of grandparents were tobacco farmers.
Yeah.
And my father worked at an imprinting company, and my mother actually worked in admissions at the military school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you go back far enough in Virginia where your family owned slaves at one point?
Probably.
Yeah.
I try not to think about it.
Yeah. My favorite thing, they have those Roots show, and there's always a place that you find out either your great-great-grandmother was a slave or a slave owner.
Yeah.
And then the black people have to figure out, oh, the slave owner was with my great-great-grandmother.
Right,
You know what I mean? So they're
exactly.
like, I'm not only part slave, I'm part slave owner.
Yeah.
The two worst things that you could be.
Yeah.
The two most awful things that happen.
I do like any time that people like dig into family history though, and then they're a white person living in the South, and then like they're like, oh no, I came from really poor people, like really poor white people, like, oh, we never owned slaves.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they were dirt poor. Great. My conscience feels great.
I found out like my family, my dad's side has been here since the 1600s, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody have any money? Why, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
on all those years, nobody grabbed land. No one grabbed
The
minerals.
opportunity was there.
And we went as far west as the Delaware River. Talk about fucking lazy. Like everyone's like, there's land out there. No, not really. We like street corners. We like to hang out. Chris, you gonna plug some stuff? What are you up to?
Oh, well, Adele and Graham are in here from the Stand Comedy Club. And Ron will be performing New Year's Eve at the Stand.
Oh, yes.
nice.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And they're this weekend as well.
And he'll be, New Year's Eve, he'll be performing with Jim Florentine, Pete Lee, Joe DeRosa, Ida Rodriguez, Lori Kilmartin, and more. TheStandNYC.com for tickets.
And Adele's saying that he might stop by Friday
Amazing.
night. So,
Amazing. I love when you guys are up there together. It's so
yeah,
much
just make room. I'll get out of the way. It'll be like A Star is Born. John Norman Howard Speedway. Esther Norman. Maybe the best out of all the heartbreaking movies.
Yeah, that's a really heartbreaking one.
You guys got a heartbreaking movie that you like? A movie that is like the great sad movie for you?
That just makes you like curl up in a ball.
Yeah, like a good kind of
die.
sad.
Well, I never cried harder than I did for The Notebook. like that last
Notebook
moment.
got
I know that one is one that like all my girlfriends were just like,
sobbing.
yeah.
But you saw it coming, right?
No,
You never saw it coming?
No,
I didn't see it
not
either.
until
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah, that
did it.
that exact moment,
exact moment.
did it for you.
Yeah.
Do you have one, Graham?
Oh man. Now I have to think about this.
I'll move it around a little bit. Chris, you got one?
Yeah, it's one I watched with my mom.
Uh-oh,
And I
that's awful sad already.
And this fucking movie is just really sad. And it was like, why are you watching this? It's so sad. But I got sucked into it. $1 Million Baby, which is a fucking
God.
it's just like, what the
When
fuck?
she hits her head.
And then that's the best part. That's the best part of the movie because it gets worse towards the end.
That's not the best part.
You love that part?
That's the beginning of the end. That's the beginning of the end.
I think you got to put Terms of Endearment up there for like one of the like, biggest tearjerkers.
I recently just watched that.
You'd never seen it before?
No, I like 2 weeks ago.
I saw it in the theater and just heard
like
people were
gasping.
choking
Yeah.
in the theater.
When you
And-
get that kind of like in a theater where you can hear people like trying to catch their breath because
Yeah.
they're like, or like I've actually been in a theater where you can feel the seats moving because people are like chest heaving. Crying. And you're
This
like,
is
"Oh,
exactly
God."
why I want to make movies.
This is
To
another one
give
that does that
feeling
for
to
you
people.
too because it's the Steel Magnolias.
Oh, yeah.
With the mom.
Oh,
And then here's
yeah.
the thing. She doesn't want her to have a baby because she knows it's going to be
Don't
bad for
hurt her,
But then you
yeah.
see how much the grandmother loved the baby. Like she never regrets it again once the baby's
Yeah.
born.
Shelby.
I just wanted to blame that baby. Everything.
I'll tell you my personal one though.
Okay.
My personal one is Brokeback Mountain. Like if I even start to talk about the premise of it, I'll start to cry.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was trying to prove that to someone and I didn't realize it.
Oh, God.
And so he was like, "What was the deal with like the shirt? Like why did why did he have Jack Twist shirt?" And I was like, "Well, when they were on Brokeback." And then he found the shirt in the
Yeah.
closet. And I was like really got myself worked up. And then I like looked over and they were like laughing. And I was
knowing-
like, "Oh my God, you set me up." Because if I think about Brokeback, I'll
Yeah.
cry.
Well, they said in the story they were both ugly men, but they went out and got two
Yes,
movie
I
stars.
read it first.
Yeah.
So that was the worst part is I read the novella first. So then when I saw the movie, I was already crying at the opening credits because I'm like, this is gonna get really sad
Yeah.
in 3 hours.
Yeah,
So I was like,
they had really like sad music to it too,
Oh,
and
wow, wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. Yeah.
Now, Brokeback Mountain, when it came out as a short story or something, was one of those things. They said the biggest since then. This is the viral sensation. I haven't read. It's called Cat Person, and everybody is reading it, and it's destroying people. And I don't know what it
Really?
is. Yes, and they said the biggest short story since Brokeback Mountain.
Wow. Now I have to check it out.
Yeah.
And then again, a tearjerker.
Vito, you look like you want to get in on this, right?
I really love Beaches.
Oh, Beaches.
Like I used to watch Beaches all the time as a kid, and it just I was obsessed.
First of all, I love this kid who's just watching Beaches.
Just
all the
a
time.
kid.
I watched Beaches constantly as a kid.
Even though you're dressed like you're in Brokeback Mountain. Seriously, I don't know what lumberjacking that you think you do in New York. It's not called for. Let's check with Jen too. I want to see what she's got. Because she's, she thinks movies started 5 years ago. She has no reference beyond that.
I'd say The Notebook.
The Notebook also.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Any new dish out there, by the way? Any new gossip?
There's a couple new dish.
I don't want you to give me some before the end of the show today.
Okay.
But that's the reason that you want to make movies.
Yeah, I just love that you can be going through anything in life and check into a movie and feel happy or sad or, invoking emotions and that being your job to do and producing that. I just think that's awesome.
Mike Vecchione was here and he said Rocky was the best movie of all time. I stayed quiet because in my neighborhood, Rocky was everything. And people would see Rocky, go straight to get a cheesesteak at the same place, and then run up the steps. The amount of times I ran up the steps drunk when I was a kid was really embarrassing. And people cheered in that movie as if we were watching a fight. And it's all because it took place in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Horrible people, but they don't get enough to eat. That's what it is. They don't get enough pleasure. The fact that a dream was something like people after that movie, they were going, so you could have a dream You could have something that was outside of Philly. Okay. All right, I'm going to work on one. That was the saddest thing about that movie. Chris, dreamer movie for you. Whatever made you think I can do something?
When I saw The Right Stuff, that was pretty fucking cool.
I love The Right Stuff.
I was a little kid, and my dad showed it to me. Like,
Who was your favorite astronaut, though? Even if you just go by the name of the person.
I would say, Sam Shepard. Sam Shepard was my favorite.
Well, then you're a romantic. You're a romantic, because he didn't even fly into space. He didn't get to make it.
I know. That would fucking kill me. I was a little kid. But what about Sam Shepard?
No.
No.
I had read the book. You ever read the book?
I never read the book.
Tom Wolfe wrote the book. It's unbelievable.
I should read it. I should read over.
No, don't buy it. I'm going to get it for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm going to get you that, and I got this little box of candy I got you, too.
Patel just gave that.
Patel came in and gave me this, which
he's
I
the
think
Candyman.
he's sweet on me.
Yeah.
That's what I believe is happening right now.
He's always bringing sweets for the staff at the stand. He's so nice.
Who are the nicest people? I know you always say that Artie is as nice as anybody could possibly be.
Yeah, he blew me away by how kind and kind of generous and inquisitive he was when I met him about, myself and the staff and this, what's, going on around him.
And people are always like, why don't you give up on Artie? No one will. No one who knows him will give up on him, because I don't think anyone else is that beloved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just truly beloved, because that he's just a kind, sweet.
So sweet, so kind.
It's like if a child gambled and partied. That's what a really not like the funnest kid ever, But yeah, everybody Attell threw him a best wishes, and I get stuff from people all the time like, "Hasn't Artie let you down enough?" I go, "Never enough." But that's my own viewpoint,
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vito, you're waving your hand. There was a movie that gave you hope, that made you believe in something when you were a kid. And this is going to get Adele making the kind of films we want her to make.
When I lost all that weight and I got down to like 200 pounds, I saw The Fighter, and I was like, fuck, Mark Wahlberg's back looks better than my front will ever look.
So that's the exact opposite of hell. You had no hope after seeing that.
No, and then I went and I lost all the weight, and I got down to like 200.
Oh, I thought once you lost the weight, you still thought he looked better than you.
No. I was at like my worst. I saw The Fighter, and I was like, shit.
I had Wahlberg on the show before. He is so thin that you can't compare yourself to that. And I'll say this, I think I could have beat him up pretty easily.
Because he has a tiny frame. Like, it's just like that's someone
unbelievable.
He's a tiny dude.
Yeah.
A swimmer's waist, like a tiny little swimmer's waist. Just a little man. Who's the actors that you wish you could work with? What would be the main actor?
I love Tom Hanks. He's one of my favorites.
Did not get a SAG nomination, by the way. Everybody's shocked for The Post. Did not get it this year. Neither did Meryl Streep. Nothing for Spielberg. I don't know what's going on with the SAG people. I think they're kind of Steve Bannon right wing. That's what I'm guessing. Graham, what about for you? Who's the dream actor?
Oh my God, Parker Posey.
Oh my God, perfect answer.
Yeah,
that's one reason I decided to become an actor. Because growing up in a small town, I would watch movies and kind of would lose myself.
What was like the Parker Posey?
You know what it is. You know what it is, Gail.
Party Girl.
I love it.
Julie, you're clapping for Party Girl?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
It's so great. Oh my God. Hello.
I'll have a falafel with a side of baba ganoush and a seltzer.
I thought the best, that thing with when her and her roommate, and they kiss in the shower, and she goes, incest.
It's so good.
Just like one moment of clarity, like, I'm not going to ruin our friendship.
It was like that movie and House of Yes
Oh
was
my
like
God.
a 1-2 punch with her.
She's so
She's
good.
So brilliant in that movie.
Actually, I met her one time. I was in Chicago, and she was doing a press junket for, I can't remember the film, but anyway, we had a talk-back session with her. And at the end, I was like, oh my God, I've got to meet her. So I ran out of the theater, and I waited. And I was like, I'm going to tell her how much I love her. And as soon as I saw her, I lost my voice. So I just literally threw out my hand, and she shook it, and she smiled, and she just like sauntered out of the theater. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's done this show a couple of times, and she would curl up like a cat.
Yeah, she
when
sits
does.
like she like sits like this, and then she's just like, and she's so teeny tiny.
Yeah.
It makes me love her more.
And then she went to the same college as these guys.
Yeah.
So then
SUNY Purchase?
Yeah, SUNY Purchase.
Ooh, I auditioned and I didn't get in.
But then she thought that her and Chris went at the same time.
That
So
was
she's
the
like,
best part.
"You ever see?" And she would bring up names.
No, I never see Professor Jones. No, wasn't he a dick? Like,
It's just even regular people.
Yeah,
Just
like
people
it's
that were
like-
up there. She also told me this thing. She was pissed off just about the way movies are now, right? So she was seeing her therapist in like Union Square, and she would go. She was looking out the window at the cinema there, and there's like 15, and she was going, "What about this movie? Could you see me in this?" And she was just making the therapist say, "No, you're right. They don't make your kind of movies." But she was
There's
just
no place
reading
for
all
me in
these
this.
dumb movies.
Yeah, one after another.
What was the first thing we saw? Was it Suburbia the first thing? Or was it Dazed and
It
Confused?
could have been one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. I think it might have been Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. Because we loved her immediately.
Yeah, she was so great. She was so good in that too. Like such a small role, like
Yeah.
but such a like a standout. All right, you freshman bitches.
Yeah.
Air raid.
Air raid. Air raid or it's your ass.
Don't you hate her? Don't you hate her with that thing? That guy comes over. All right, what movie? This is going to be a little trivia. Was Parker Posey and Tom Hanks a couple? A couple.
A couple?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you've got mail.
You've got mail.
Oh, good job.
Ding ding ding.
And they were stuck. They were
Stuck in an elevator.
Stuck in the elevator.
They broke up in the
And,
elevator.
yeah, Tom Hanks was like worrying about life or whatever, and she's going, "Do you think I should get my nails done?" Like he figured out.
Yeah.
In a stuck
Like
elevator.
eureka moment. And she's
Yeah,
like,
that was just a surface person. At
I'd
all.
still pick her though.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I know.
I'm gonna stay with her.
I know. I would still. I would put up with all of her shit. All of her shit. And be like, "I know, honey. I am. I have held you back. I know that."
I had met someone who he works in film, and he was working on a project that another friend of mine was working on, and so I kind of got to talk to him at a party. And he used to date Parker Posey, and when he was dating her was during the time that she was doing Waiting for Guffman.
Oh,
and he said that like she was practicing her songs in the house all day, every day. And so, like, he was, like, kind of going a little bit crazy because she'd just be like, "A penny for your thoughts."
Oh, I love that. Stool.
It's the rule.
Teacher's pet?
Yeah.
Teacher,
Oh my God.
teacher, I love you.
There's, like, a deleted scene. Have you seen that?
Yes.
That I don't know how they cut that from the movie, where she's, like, auditioning. It's, like, a longer bit of her auditioning where she does this dramatic scene.
From Flowers in the Attic.
I haven't seen it.
Billy,
Billy.
you did this to me.
You made me do things I did not want to do. She like pulls the plug on him. She's like, "Oh, by the way, this is a plug that plugs into the." And she like dramatically pulls it out.
I think my favorite scene in that movie is she's just cooking a single wing. Just one chicken wing.
There's always a place for me at the DQ.
Well, part of that great background that you guys have, and this is the reason why you're in radio today.
Right.
Same school.
It's all part
Who
of it.
else went to that school?
Oh my gosh, Stanley Tucci
Love.
went there.
Edie Falco went there.
Yes.
Love.
Susie Essman, I believe, went there.
I did not know that.
Did she really? I did
thought
not
she
know
did.
that.
I would bring it up to her constantly if I knew that.
She might just live near there. I might be wrong about that.
Yeah.
Who else?
The rapper Mace went to SUNY Purchase for a little bit.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes went to SUNY
Wesley
Purchase.
Snipes is the other
still
one.
owes money. Won't
Yeah.
pay. He doesn't pay. That's Wesley Snipes' thing. Just doesn't get up
Sally
off of
Mae
it.
still.
Yeah.
Oh, Hal Hartley, the director.
Oh, great one.
is a SUNY Purchase grad.
But who was big your time there? Who went on to bigger and better things?
Well, let's see.
'Cause in your high school-
Regina Spektor was just before
Wow,
me.
Yeah,
sweet.
she was. Yeah, Regina Spektor was with me, and then Dan Deacon.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dan Deacon.
Dan
that
Deacon.
played very big in the Northeast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still
And then-
making great music.
Also, do you remember Guy to Recognizing Your Saints?
Yes.
Remember his buddy who was driving him around?
No,
My kid. And then there was like
not definitive enough.
the kid. It was like his younger, like bald head buddy and guy to recognize your Saints was also in my team.
You'll have to show me the picture.
Very specific.
That description doesn't work it for me. But I went to that screening for that, and Robert Downey Jr. was there just before he got all of his money back. Sting was there at that.
Wow.
All the stars from it, and I took my brother. And we walk into the screen, and I didn't even know. They said, "Would you go to a screening for this?" I said, "Yeah." And it's just this little room, and then all these major stars. And then the lights come down. My brother goes like this: "What the fuck, dude? What is happening?" I go, "Even though it's dark, everyone can hear. There'll be a time for me to explain." He's like, "How the fuck is you do this shit all the time?" I go, "Not really. Let's just watch this."
That's so cute.
These are some friends of mine. Dan Aykroyd was sitting, and there was like 15 of us. Yeah, but that's the weird thing about New York. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, and then you have to just play cool.
Yeah, well, Dell always has like some major
I
star.
have to play it cool all the
tries
time.
to drop in.
Yeah,
right?
the drop-ins, they come in, and you have to just be gracious and welcoming, but freak out on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm totally.
Who's the biggest?
Well, when Kevin Hart came by, that was huge
Yeah.
for us. It was a big deal. And when he told me that he had heard about the club and had been meaning to come,
Right.
mind blown. I was like, you know about us.
Right. Well,
What's
she
up?
comes over to me. She goes, "Look, Kevin Hart's here, and this is a big deal for the club." And I go, "I know it, Zell. I can tell that if Kevin Hart shows up, we're going to stop everything and give it to him."
Is kind of a big deal for us.
But that was really funny too, because I got to bring him up, and you could see that the people in the room don't believe
They
you.
don't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so I
really
go,
funny.
you've been a good audience. Kevin Hart's here, and they're all like
Mhm.
looking at me, and then he walks out.
And then
they
they
go ape shit, and I feel like, what did I fucking just tell you?
You ungrateful bastards.
And then Tracy stops by to see Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan comes by.
Yeah, but he doesn't always go up. Sometimes he
Sometimes
just checks
hangs
in.
out, especially in the warmer weather. He'll come out and hang out, post up outside for 45 minutes. It's
Yeah.
really great. But yeah, he'll go on stage, and the audience.
And everything that he's doing too, off stage could be on stage. It's that hilarious.
Sometimes exactly what we were talking about off stage when
Yeah.
he gets on, he'll kind of bring it up to the audience and continue the conversation.
that same conversation as when he was here
Just
before.
like keep it going, get some more people involved. Yeah.
Chris, what are you plugging? You keep holding up a paper.
I just want to let everyone know Adele and Graham from the Stand are here, the Stand Comedy Club in New York City. Ron will be there this Friday and Saturday. On Friday, Ron will be with Mike Vecchione,
Oh, great. Who was just here today?
Derek Gaines,
Great.
Bonnie McFarlane,
Fantastic.
Marina Franklin,
Yes.
Great
Giannis
show.
Pappas,
Wow.
and more.
Wow.
For
More, you
really
said
great
tell us
show.
about
Wait,
when
what
is that,
this stuff
Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Friday, yeah.
I'll be there.
Good.
Graham will be there. Get tickets at thestandnyc.com.
And Julian, you're going to stop in for that show. So she's from the other coast.
are coming. Apparently, I just got text.
Oh, really?
Of like 5 coming.
Well, you better
We'd
jump
love
on
to
it
host
fast because that
you.
place goes out quick.
Yeah.
And people are always telling me, "Hey, I'm in town. How come the show's sold out?" I got, the show sells out. You can't, we're not holding things for people. It's not going to go down that way. Vito, what about you and your stand-up dreams? You did it once. You're never going to try it again?
You did it at the Stand, first time ever.
That was my first time ever. I don't know. I felt like I left on such a high that night that I didn't want to ruin the moment for myself.
That's what they say the best kind of ambition is. That's why.
You peak once and
right.
you're done.
Did you only have one kiss in your life? You're going to never going to
Can't
ruin
beat
that
that.
moment for me.
Couldn't get better than this.
Yeah.
You get the one and then that's it.
Do you remember your first kiss?
Yes.
How old?
16.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty old. Pretty old.
You really waited.
It wasn't me waiting.
You had no choice in this matter.
Yeah, do you remember your first real kiss?
I do, yeah. I was in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Which I can't, like, how old are you in 4th grade? But I was in 4th grade. And this is like a real kiss. This isn't a peck. This is like we're kissing, like in
Like French?
like movie kissing. And it was
Was it just lips on lips or French?
it was like a little bit of both. Yeah, it was like
Exploring.
yeah.
That's
4th grade.
early. Yeah, bad parenting.
And the situation was it was a Halloween party at my school, and I was dressed as a box of puppies. So I had a cardboard box, and I was like a puppy within the box, and then there were like little stuffed animals around. And so I was like immediately thinking, like, if I knew this was going to happen today, I would not be wearing this like awkward box. So we were like kissing, but like had a box in between us. It was a really, really bad call. And I was like, I really wish this was better for my first time. I really wish I looked less like an asshole. Because that's like right when like girls start to like have cool costumes and like sexy costumes. And like if you're not quite ready to do that, like everyone's like, I'm a cheerleader. And I'm like, cool, I'm a box of puppies. Because I thought we were all still kids.
Yeah. Until tonight. Then it all changed. But that's a sweet story.
Yeah.
That's a sweet story. You don't want it to be too over the top. What about you, Adele?
Well, it's two-parter because the first kiss I had didn't happen. It was also at a Halloween party. Yeah. And the game 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Oh, yes.
So I went into the bathroom with this kid. We were in 6th grade, and I made him lie that we kissed. We sat in there and did nothing for a whole cool 3 minutes. And when we got out, we told everyone we had kissed, and I kept that going for 3 more years until I had my first real kiss in high school. Yeah. I was a freshman in high school.
That's hilarious, though. Graham, do you remember your first?
I do, actually.
Yeah.
It was actually at a Valentine's Day party.
Oh.
See, parties. A lot of party kisses.
Yeah, right. I was in 6th grade, and at the time, I was kind of dating like the cool girl in school who happened to be like 3 feet taller than I was. And I remember we went into the girls' locker room, and she had to sit down. And I stood up, and we kissed.
That's borderline abuse. It's a little frightening at that point. It was a much larger person. All right, see if we're going to do a little dish before we wrap this up today. But it's great to have you guys stop in here. I hope it's not the last time.
Thank you so much for having us.
You made
Ron,
you have given me a great year too. It's been so much fun hanging out this
when
day.
you're there, it just the whole energy is just we're having fun.
It is for a change, right? I noticed that when I'm not there. I got in one night. I'm like, "Where's the fun at?" And I go like this: "Where's the kind introductions? Where's those really
you give them some good
thoughtful.
introductions?
Yeah.
You really do."
Well, Ben Bailey was in here this week and said he can't follow my intros, and I go, "That's your fault, Ben. It's up to you. I'm delivering what you deserve."
Yeah.
And they're going crazy for you. Now you got to keep it up there. All right, give us some dish, Jen. What is happening out there in the world of gossip?
Well, unfortunately, there's a big Hollywood breakup that happened.
Oh my God!
I'm sad about it, but I mean,
oh my God!
she's always having male trouble. So I don't.
Who's that?
Halle Berry and her boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Halle Berry, by the way, I saw the other day. She still looks like Halle Berry.
Yeah.
But this is like 28 years.
Yeah.
That she's looked the same. It's impossible. Now, who is she with now?
Well,
she's
she
got to
was
be on 80th.
She was with her producer boyfriend Alex the Kid. But
Alex the Kid.
Yeah.
Cool.
She needs a man. It's the problem.
She does.
She had David Justice. What happened there? She had a guy who could hit home runs.
And she posted on her Instagram story saying she's done with love.
No,
no.
That's so sad. I know that is sad. Come back to us.
No.
Come on. There's still more shine on that berry. Who has she dated? Check her who's dated who. Because I bet she's put together an all-star team of exes.
I think I saw yesterday or the day before. Eric Benet was
right.
I saw him around here.
He was here?
He was here, yeah. He's the one that cheated on her.
All right, she dated French film actor Olivier Martinez, who she has a kid with. And then another French model, Gabriel Aubry.
She does well with the French,
She
huh?
does.
Terrence Howard.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Did
right.
you see Terrence Howard? He came out. He said he's tired of the Maine meme because he instead of saying man, he says Maine and everything. So he had to go out and attack people for putting up memes about him. He's really
Stop
mad.
the memes.
That's a fight he can't win.
Yeah.
Fred Durst.
Fred Durst,
What?
that's dropping it.
Why did she
Limp
do
Bizkit.
that?
Ooh.
Fred Durst needs to rehearse.
Because she was in one of his music videos.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Well, they were big for a minute, right?
Yeah,
Limp
Fred
Bizkit.
Durst, people,
Yeah.
he was desirable for like 5 minutes.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I never even knew that about him.
I don't know.
Eric Benet, R&B singer.
Yes.
Sure, he's bigger than life.
Shamar Moore
All right.
was a fashion model. David Justice.
Yeah. You're going that far before she hits David Justice.
Yeah. That was from 92 to 97 she was with
Yeah, that
Justice.
was big.
Before that, Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
Wesley Snipes before that.
Yes. Soon he purchased his own.
Yeah.
Spike Lee before that.
I did not know that.
No. Danny Wood.
I don't know who that is.
He was New Kids of the Block.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Spike must have been a long time ago because he's been married for a long time.
Yeah, but, you know.
Kevin Costner.
I didn't know this story either.
In 1989.
Yeah, I kind of remember
So you're
them.
going backwards with it.
Yeah, I was going back.
Okay.
Heavy D.
Okay.
Shocker. That was shocks.
And that's that was the earliest known dating life.
All right, well, this
Yeah, I
starting to get a
kind
little
of
too
remember
much.
the Kevin Costner because I kind of remember them being together, like on the red carpet kind of situation.
Yeah. Well, at a certain point, Kevin Costner, you got to start dating at least one white woman. You know what I mean? You just got to keep
You
it
don't want
in.
to seem like you're fetishizing.
Yes, that's what it is.
You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
fetish. You can't get an erection unless it's with a very lovely black woman. All right, give us another one. Give us more dish.
Well, Kylie Jenner is being sued because her cosmetic line is being sued.
Burning out people's pupils. That's bad when that happens. Yeah.
You're kind of close. It's because she doesn't have the software for like blind people to read her website. So nobody could purchase anything. So one blind girl is suing her because she doesn't have the software.
How she put on makeup though.
Yeah. And why bother putting on makeup? Because somebody say, "Why aren't you made up?" You're like, "Because I'm fucking blind." Shit.
I don't give a shit.
I don't fucking care about
I have my
anything.
own stuff to do.
Get me
Can't
booed.
appreciate a contour.
Yeah. Does this look weird? I'm trying my best. Right, you just put lipstick all over your nose. Still, is that okay?
It's good luck.
It's good. We're staying in anyway. I don't understand. Why are you suing? Get your fucking friend to buy your makeup there. That's what I would be doing anyway.
She's got to know someone who can see.
I wouldn't hang out with one seeing person if I was blind. I would just be hanging out with
your
other
kind.
blind people. All right, what else you got?
Well, the movie Deadpool, because Disney bought out 20th Century Fox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
so
that's right.
now, so now Deadpool will be on Disney, but it will still be rated R, which is why parents are complaining. But Ryan doesn't seem to care. So he went on his Instagram and posted a picture of him as Deadpool, and it said, "You can actually blow the Matterhorn."
All right, here's the thing about him. First of all, Ryan Reynolds.
Cool.
You've had one hit in your entire fucking life.
He fucking loves being Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's just fucking nonstop
But
Deadpool.
I mean, you guys
really
act. Why would you want to roll with that? You're wearing a hood over your head. Why is that a good thing?
I mean, in that movie, the dialogue went so far for him. I think it was
Yeah.
the writers who were the real stars of that.
I thought, Jim Carrey, The Mask. I've seen it. 94. It was lovely. Why is it back without Jim Carrey? But why do parents get mad? Just don't watch that movie with your kid.
Yeah.
You don't watch every Disney movie with your kid. There's plenty of them where the mom dies, so you don't want to watch that.
Like all of them.
Yes. Pretty much.
Why
Yeah.
is that like? It's like the sickest thing. If you like go through like the way they manipulate kids in those stores, is just so horrible.
Well, here's the thing. When you're a kid, you don't have that many concerns. The number one concern is your mom dying.
Like Bambi? It's
Yeah.
fucking horrible. It's so scary.
Yeah.
And not only is it upsetting when the mom dies in Bambi, but there's also that really horrible scene where like they're like pheasants on the ground. Do you remember this? So there's like the hunters are coming and it's just a conversation between the pheasants and one of them's like, "I have to fly. I have to." And she's like, "No, just stay low. Just stay low." And then she's like, "I have to. I got to get out of here." And then she flies and they shoot her out of the sky. How is that a scene for children? Because she's like screaming in panic. It's like watching like on the ground of like after a terrorist attack. It's horrible.
Look, here's the thing about Walt Disney. They said that he would rent out Radio City, right? Show the movie there. then go around to feel the seats to see how many kids pissed themselves during the movie. He wanted the kids to piss themselves.
That's so sick.
Yeah. And he goes like this. This is going to be a hit. But you know what was worse for me when I was a kid? Dumbo. When Dumbo couldn't get to his mom.
Oh, I know. And when she was like cradling him during Baby of Mine. I'll
Right.
cry right now.
But again, that was the thing. When you're a kid, you just want to be with your mom. You
Yeah.
don't want anything else.
She's
And-
priority.
Yeah. And if anyone said this, oh, I love my dad more than my mom. Your mom sucks. You got a fucking terrible mom. Because everyone's always like, you and Gail are close. Not even slightly close as her and her mom.
Yeah, we're very
They're the
close.
fucking close ones.
It's true.
I don't know why anybody would be closer to their dad than their mom, no matter who they were. To this day, I'm going like this. All right, Deb, where's mom? Is she okay?
Let me talk to her about all this.
We got to wrap this up. Thanks, you guys, for coming in and doing
Thank
this.
you. Thank you.
And we're going to be looking forward to seeing this video. You're going to put it out online?
Yes.
I'll make sure that we plug as well. But you guys are great. Best of luck in 2018.
You too.
Do you got... This is the year, right? You both break?
Yes.
This is the year?
Oh, yeah.
Chris, is this your years too?
Oh, yeah.
That you're going to finally give your hair over to some kids that need it? Little rockabilly
They
kids.
don't deserve this hair.
That's fucking Elvis hair, kid. That's Elvis 1958 hair.
What are they going to do with it? I think I'm using it better than they would.
Can you imagine if you were there in 57 when they shaved Elvis' head to put him in the Marines?
No, it's sick.
Even though we weren't at war, this is how different America was. They just put young boys in. Even there was no reason for it.
Yeah. Just make a thing of it. Like,
Yeah,
look,
no, we're
even
all
Elvis
the
does
same.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all the same. By the 60s, Trump could say he had bone spurs and didn't have to go anywhere.
Adele and Grant have been in from the Stand Comedy Club in New York City. Go to thestandnyc.com for tickets to the shows. And Ron will be there this Friday and Saturday. On Friday, Mike Vecchione, Derek Gaines, Bonnie McFarlane, Marina Franklin, Giannis Pappas. On Saturday, Ari Shaffir, Dan Soder, Mike Vecchione, Yamanika Saunders, and Monroe Martin. That's
Jesus, these are good shows.
Yeah, that's thestandnyc.com for tickets. And Ron will be performing there New Year's Eve at the Stand. He'll be performing with Jim Florentine, Pete Lee, Joe DeRosa, Ida Rodriguez, Lori Kilmartin, and more. And for tickets to all those shows, go to thestandnyc.com.
All right, that's it for us. Thanks to David Tell and the two mics for stopping in. Julian, thank you so much. Wonderful to see you. And then we'll see you all again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974.